It's us.
Oops. Hello.
I wonder. We have 2 dogs this week. If it gets loud, we're very sorry. There are 2 dogs this week.
There are 2 dogs this week, yeah. The house has been nothing but chaos.
They have been playing
Quite literally all day.
since yesterday.
I need
truly.
to turn this down. Following.
Yeah, oh, and he started singing the song of his people at 6 in the morning
Wonder?
on a Saturday.
Mm-hmm.
Oh boy. Oh, Wonder. Little man.
Yeah, he has some of those little tendencies towards separation anxiety, like if mom goes outside and he can't see mom anymore, it's time for an absolute screaming fit.
Oh god.
If dad goes outside, it's cool. But mom can't.
Mom can't go outside without the baby.
Mm-hmm. He needs to be able to see her. So I thought, since it is typically just her, that it would be fine.
No.
And instead it's just somebody has to be present. So tonight, he might be sleeping in my room so that I can sleep.
What time are Mom and Dad coming for him tomorrow?
I left them a message on their fridge with their fridge magnets.
What'd you say?
Let me make sure.
Box
You
is
2
there.
aren't here, right? Okay. I said, I have stolen your long halfling.
Dad!
Check my
Do you like
room
my dad
or
mug?
like
Yeah.
scout my room or something like that so that if they come in the morning.
When I was working security,
But I called him their long halfling.
2 of the people I worked with,
I was thinking about
Got me
calling
this
him a long
mug
druid.
because I was,
Long halfling is way funnier.
But yeah.
despite me not actually being the boss, they considered me the boss.
Because they like you more than Mike.
Powerful dad energy.
When you get the obligatory Father's Day employee mug from your coworkers instead of being part of giving that to your manager, that
Yep.
says a lot about the work environment.
Yep.
Yeah. I also may have snapped at that boss of theirs. Because they called me at ass o'clock in the morning. I hadn't had any coffee yet, and they called looking for this one. Mm-hmm. And they were like, "Oh, is this Andrew's girlfriend?" I was like, "I am his wife." And he was like,
His wife!
is he there? He is at home, probably asleep.
God.
Why are you calling me? Yeah.
I want to also see the giggle picture.
I would like to also see.
But yeah, then Mike got off the phone with me and called Liv and was like, "Your wife yelled at me." "Well, why did my wife yell at you?" "I don't know. I called her at this time." "Well, that's probably why. She hasn't had her coffee yet. Don't do that."
God.
Don't talk to her. Just stay out of her way.
Don't talk to her about her coffee.
Stay out of her way.
I was very tired.
No, he never got a hold of me that day because I specifically turned my ringer off so he couldn't get a hold of me.
Because
Yeah.
you knew he was going to try to call you in.
Yeah, so he called me looking
Yeah,
for
good
them
dogs.
and got
You
yelled
guys
at
see it?
because I hadn't had my coffee yet that morning. And it was when I was running that one to physical therapy,
Yeah.
and I was about to go into Big B,
What do you want?
and I was like, "Why is Michael calling me at ass o'clock in the morning?"
He called me once too when I wasn't his employee and I was like, "Why are you calling me? I am your employee's roommate.
Right. Like,
If your
this is
employee
not-
didn't answer the phone, that doesn't mean you call 2 other people to find
Right.
them.
Yeah,
That's just not appropriate. Unless it was like a true blue emergency. Like if this happened
Yeah.
once.
Yeah, if it had been an emergency, it would have been one thing. But judging by the tone of voice he was using, it was not an emergency.
God.
Well, and he'll call it, when you used to work there, didn't he call it late at night just to talk?
Yeah, he'd call at 3, 4 o'clock in the morning and just chat.
Yeah. So I yelled at him, and then when he finally did get a hold of this one, he was like, "You're the one who yelled at me."
God.
Well, what time did you call her? This time. Ah, that's why. Don't do that.
We successfully set up the game last week.
We did successfully set up the game last week.
We have Sleepaway. Hello, nerds. Crow checking in. Hello, Crow.
Hello,
How
Crow.
are you?
Ah, I almost dropped my borker.
What did we name our camp? Did we name our camp yet?
We did not.
We haven't named it yet.
We haven't named it.
Okay.
We have not named it.
We've done everything but name it.
Yes.
Camp memory loss.
That's not incorrect.
Well, since we've established that this is a pretty well-documented phenomenon, we can probably be pretty literal, like the Mystery Meat Canyon, or
Oh,
we could
the
probably...
mystery flesh pit?
Yeah.
Mystery meat cake.
I'll show you my mystery meat canyon.
No!
I'll give you a hot beef injection.
Shut the fuck up!
Stop! You started it!
And you're stabbing cabbage.
I want out.
How did that
You know what? I'm going home.
How did that even start? I don't even remember. I just know it was funnier than shit.
Hocus Pocus 2 D&D arguments going on in my groups. Nice.
Children.
Who is Poois?
I guess I'm Jake. I guess I have the lowest bullshit juice this week. You did do it last week. I appreciate it. Hi, welcome to the Sandy Hydra. Jake's gone. This is us without a DM.
No, get out! No,
What are you
they are under my feet and arguing.
God, children.
Yeah. There's not much you're gonna be able to do about that, unfortunately.
I just felt mouth around my whole foot.
Sit.
Yeah. We're the Sandy Hydra. Our DM's gone. But we're playing a DM-less game. It's called Sleepaway by J Dragon. You can get it at Possum Creek Games. It is a DM-less horror camping sleepaway where you are building your camp and protecting your campers. You are a camp counselor. There is a creature that is there. It
Called the
will
Lindworm.
it will kill you.
Yes.
Go ahead and check them out. We're sponsored by Tabletop Loot. Hello. The Sandy Hydra, or is it the Sandy Hydra Tavern? They make great dice. If you follow our link, I don't know if you have.
I got
that.
it.
Awesome.
Code is the Sandy Hydra.
The Sandy Hydra. They make most of the dice that we play with at this table, to be completely honest. Those two are gonna just be annoying for a little while. How is Humble Bundle?
So Choice isn't the best this month, but they currently have an RPG bundle going on that's like $500 worth of RPGs for $20.
Nice.
Including Pathfinder, Wrath
I
of the
think it's
Righteous.
just Humble.
There we go.
Pathfinder, Wrath of the Righteous, which is the one that I started playing for you. Both Baldur's Gate 1 and 2. Hey.
So, one of the dogs that is here is Jake and Katie's dog, and he is a corgi. And if anybody is used to corgis, you know that they are incredibly dramatic dogs. So,
He simply has to yell.
if he is yelling, it is because he is playing with his friend, and they've been playing since last night.
Who is like triple his size also.
Yeah, and he's the one that screams, but she's the one that comes home with blood on her, so I don't really help him. We sort of let them get into their own trouble with each other.
They're just fighting underneath my feet.
They're over here.
Well, they're over there now, but they were
Yeah,
just
they'll-
knocking me around.
Yeah,
They
same.
will go around. The Queen's Corgis went skydiving at the Olympics. That's tight. Did they like it, though? I know that not all dogs are into skydiving.
Put my plate upstairs.
Is there anything else
Except
that
I'm flailing around.
for Sleepaway, there are a few mechanics that are in place for the safety of the players as well as the people that are here to watch the stream. That is lines, veils, and highlights. If there are any horror tropes that are a big ol' red X for you, please let us know. Right now, our lines, I know we don't do violence against cats. This game does include violence towards animal and children, including death, so if that is a problem for you, that is actually just part of the game.
Yeah.
We
it's
can't
gonna be
not
body
do that.
horror, it's gonna be violence against children, it's gonna be violence against animals. It's like, it's...
Yeah.
That's simply part of the game, but we can definitely work to mitigate
like
any
if you don't...
traumatic
Yeah.
response to that.
I know we don't have eye torture or fingernail torture as well.
Yep. No eyes, no fingernails, no violence against cats. I know that the general... Would you stop? While I'm trying to speak, I know that we... one of our things last time was the violence and or gore involving animals specifically. We had sort of we veiled it, so we will not go into explicit detail or very visceral detail with that sort of thing, so...
Nope.
Though there will still be body horror.
Yes.
I think last time we had, even though it had been a veil at that time, we had wolves with their flesh ripped open with
missing skin, flayed wolves, that sort of thing.
Yeah,
so.
zombie wolves, that's what I think it was.
essentially, after a point, that's what they became, yes.
Yeah. So if there are things that you would like us to put on any of these, in any of these sort of camps, whether there be a hard no, something that you don't want gone into a whole lot of detail, or something that you would really like to see in the game, please let us know in the chat, and we will put it on our list.
Yep.
Because this one is a group storytelling game.
Yes. There's no DM, there's nobody even really that guides the story, we all sort of just go along.
The lindworm guides the story, and the
lindworm.
lindworm looks like this.
Like that?
Yes.
Like paper.
This is the lindworm.
This is it.
It tells us what to do.
All Crow says is flesh golem.
Or Wendigo specifically, one of the things is, unless you're a native person, they don't want you to do things like that, so we're going to leave Wendigo out of this.
Yep. The lindworm is effectively a skin changer. So it's somewhat similar to the concept, but without all of the
the connotations and the
the cultural
it
connotations.
has some features in common with creatures like that, but we're gonna stay away from that.
Yeah.
Flesh Golem, we'll see if we can do that. That could come into play pretty interesting.
Unless that is a line, because he made a face after that.
Oh, is Flesh Golem no?
Might want to...
Yeah, tell me, is that a line, a veil, a highlight?
Yes, please specify,
A line is a hard no, a veil is a don't go into detail, a highlight is something you would like to see. So for those who...
Well, in one part, it's also you didn't know, because since I don't believe you were here last week, you're coming into this a little bit fresh with kind of what is in this. We've played this game once before. Sorry, a dog mlemmed my knee.
Blem the knee. Flesh Golem is a want. Okay.
Flesh Golem is want.
So we'll put that, Erica will put that on the highlights.
we
in
will
the
find a
highlights
way
box.
to work that in.
If at all possible.
Yeah.
Yeah. The greens write very nicely.
We have...
It's just weird to see in the light because they're so, glittery.
kind of an SCP campsite.
Yeah, we have kind of set up. Let's go over kind of what we've established so far before we start. We have sort of set up. We've done all of our setup stuff. So we've made all of our characters. We've built our camp.
Did somebody put a picture of that in Discord yet?
Liv.
I know you were taking pictures.
I got a picture of it. I will go put it in Discord.
We will put the picture of the map of our camp in Discord. It's currently sitting in the middle of the table on a conspiracy corkboard. We're going to be using that to sort of keep track of all of the different events, and it will come into play basically as a conspiracy corkboard at the end of the game. But the camp that we have sort of set up is kind of an SCP containment situation, where
It kind of reminds me of. Did you ever watch that really weird horror movie Cabin in the Woods?
Yes. Except Cabin in the Woods is like they were feeding the people in the cabin to the monsters.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Like, a
this
very
is
similar
the
vibe.
people need to show up. They don't necessarily need to die.
No. The goal of the camp is to keep the Lindworm interested enough to stay in one place, but then there are people like us who have gotten very used to dealing with this whole situation. We are paid incredibly well.
Used to is a word.
Used to is a word, certainly a word to describe it, where we've effectively been trained to deal with the Lindworm and its antics, and avoid death of us and campers if at all possible.
We've done all
during
right
the year.
with it
We've
in
been
our tenure
pretty good.
that
We've
we
been doing
remember, except for when our friend died last
Our friend
time.
died last time. The last bad year we had,
Yeah.
a friend died.
Somewhere between 3 and 8 years ago.
Yeah. We don't know. Time is a little bit fucky in this place.
Yeah, we don't remember other staff members unless it's like a bad year and they survived the bad year. I'm going to make highlights and fails.
I don't actually know what that is. Crow had commented in the SCP universe he feels like we would be in Are We Cool Yet? As a side note.
Dunno.
Oh. Maybe. Are you guys...
No.
Okay. I'll talk about it during the break.
Okay.
Yeah, I'll explain it. But yeah, that's kind of the camp that we've built. We've established that Micah is playing the one that's been here the longest.
Yes.
The longest camp counselor, the weirdest one. And then you and I are still sort of figuring out whether or not I've been here longer or you've been here longer.
Yeah.
Or if you guys have been here about the same time.
I would maybe we just don't fully remember exactly how many years, so we are about the same.
Yeah.
We're at
You're within.
We've reached the level of being able to more or less keep track of who has been here, so we've been here the same amount of time. We're about the same level of strange.
And
I don't know if I'd go that far.
I'm the newest.
Compared to Oakley.
I am.
Excuse me, I was wondering, we were using the word strange, and I know that can mean a few different things. And Luca, I know as a counselor you would know the best how that should be interpreted, so I was wondering if I could get your advice.
I got this.
I don't think
I
that's
did not
a good
ask
idea.
you.
I don't.
I
Pulls
did
out
not ask you.
A mirror.
Where did you get that?
It was in your pocket.
I don't have a mirror in my pocket.
Apparently you did.
Ha
It's a magic trick. You make kids vanish underwater too.
I'm sorry, what?
Nothing
I'm sorry,
to worry
excuse me,
about.
what? You shit? I gotta get a voice. Wish I could do, like, a vaguely Italian accent.
If you just stare really intensely at somebody, like completely single-mindedly, it becomes very easy to...
I feel like that's the,
There we go.
that's the strange that we're talking about, honey.
Oh.
That's
Do
what
you
the
think-
mirror was for.
What was that?
That's
I'm
not...
also
I
trying
just
to think
almost
of.
called you
just
Bridge.
not...
I'm also trying to
You're
think of
out
different.
of context.
Not Brigida, but
Brigida?
Bertha.
Birdie.
Birdie. Yeah, I'm also trying to think of a
Bird
voice.
wise.
Hydrate.
Yeah, I'm also trying to think of a voice. I can't think of one at the moment.
Okay. So, we've set up camp.
Yay!
We've decided that we are a couple weeks in, right? We've had several successful.
We've had our
more or less
first two
fine.
of the 4 groups. We're in the third of 4.
Yeah, third or fourth group. Things have been pretty quiet.
Too quiet.
Maybe too quiet. We haven't had a bad year in a little while, so we're all a little bit on edge, I think.
Yes.
Do we think that we're like right as the kids arrive, or are we a couple days in?
I think we decided it was a couple days in.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think we were like through the initial getting them settled in part.
Yeah, because we didn't
Makes
want
sense.
to start off the same place we did last time, which was right at the start.
Right.
Especially since we were probably going to be spending a lot more time building NPCs this time.
Yes.
Yeah.
I did let Jake know that if we're not done when he gets back, that we have a couple of different mechanics we can bring him in, probably.
Yeah, definitely. Definitely. Okay, does somebody have the index cards handy?
Yes,
You do? Okay,
I do.
dope. And then where are our tokens?
Oh, the tiny days.
There they are. Okay. I just want to make sure we have everything
You too.
within hand. And then I am channeling the lindworm, yes?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay.
Well, we were first probably needing to name the camp
Yes.
and then do our pre-stuff because I wanted to make the camp counselor before we...
Right. Yeah, I was just meaning like
Oh,
once,
yes, you
once
are first
somebody
lindworm,
calls,
yes.
I am going to
Yes.
Yeah.
I invite the limb to
Shush.
act.
Shush now. So, name of camp. First order of business. Camp. Don't die.
That seems like a little bit on the nose.
My brain is a little bit busted, to be fair.
Same.
My hands are really sore. Yeah. Yeah. Goodness gracious. Those are my feet. Children. Camp, oh my goodness, those are my feet. Camp, please babies, would you relax?
We have...
Are they by your feet now?
No.
No, they're still underneath me.
But I... What about... What... Are they pictogram?
What?
The
Pictograph rocks.
Petroglyphs.
petroglyph?
Petroglyphs.
The petroglyph carnivore fun camp.
Yeah, let's not go with carnivore.
Carnivore fun camp.
I mean, I would presume the lindworm is a carnivore.
You're not wrong. Goodness.
That's a little literal.
Stop.
So is the mystery meat hole.
Stop. I want to go home. I don't want to
Mystery
deal.
Flesh Pit National Park.
Flesh pit.
We already have that. It's called Yellowstone.
No, that's. Have you never heard of the actual Mystery Flesh Pit National Park?
No.
It's a creepypasta.
It's like the...
It's like Goat Valley Campground.
Yeah.
It's like a whole. There's a whole like a blog
But
of
it's
like
made of
detailing
meat.
it. It's like an organism that lives underneath an area in Texas, a huge area in Texas, and they made a national park, and then it collapsed and a bunch of people died. It's great.
You can take a ride
it's
down the meat
I'll send it to
tube.
you.
It's just Texans.
The infographic brochures are really
They're
great.
really cool. Goodness! Hey!
All day.
I know.
This is so much quieter than it was
You are
this morning.
terrible.
This is just what they're like together.
Must wrestle. Must yell.
Forest, cliff, lake.
Forest,
Cliff
cliff, flake. I love that was kind of a song.
We have luxury cabins now with new.
Oh yeah,
decorated
it's like
doors.
weirdly modern campsite.
Yeah, because whoever set it up is probably a
Super
government
rich.
agent.
Super rich. Governmental.
Camp Boulder.
Yeah. Maybe it's in Boulder, Colorado.
I mean, that would explain the mountains.
Yeah. It would. Or out of, where does my sister live?
Maybe we should name it Camp Boulder and then in parentheses, not Colorado.
Not Not Colorado, though. I almost just started chewing on that. Don't do it. Lizard brain. Lizard brain want to chew.
I used to chew on my pen so bad and just like rip these off.
Oh, yeah.
Oh yeah, same.
I'm still like that.
I'm trying not to do that right now too.
Brain want to chew. There's my red one.
I don't do that.
Yeah.
I used to chew on the.
When I was a kid, I did.
Oh. I remember now.
I need new glasses.
You
Camp
do keep saying that.
Camp Big Rock.
Camp Little Rock.
That's Arkansas.
There's no mountains in Arkansas.
Maybe
I also
something
want
about the
to-
big tree.
Could be. I also want to avoid a very,
What
like,
kind of tree is it?
the way that a lot of summer camps have the tendency to rip off, like, Native American naming convention styles, you know what I
Oh.
mean? Want to avoid that. That we should not do.
I like the idea of naming it after the big tree.
Yeah. We decided that the big tree is a willow.
Camp Willow?
Could call it Camp Weeping Willow.
Camp.
Is it a weeping willow or is it a witch's willow?
Oh.
Ooh.
There was the path where Luca got seen stacking rocks.
Oh, the the witching willow.
Which camp? Maybe witches.
Have you ever
willow?
seen a witch's willow?
I don't think so.
Oh, they're nuts.
Maybe I have, but I'm not. You know.
Trees.
Okay.
Trees.
Nami,
They
why don't
are.
we do a break?
Nami doesn't know what a break is.
They take it in turns. He didn't know what a break was earlier. Yeah, let's just do a break time. They almost cuddled earlier. Then one of them woke up too much. Was this
Am I fucking dreaming or something?
Huh.
I literally cannot find anything about witches' willows. Is that just a Michigan thing?
It's a common name. Yeah.
No.
Oh.
Did you find one?
Which willow tree? Are they the crazy ones?
Yes.
Yeah, the corkscrew.
Okay, they're called corkscrew willows, apparently.
Yeah, witch's willow is just a common name.
Camp Corkscrew.
Corkscrew willow.
But yeah, they're really gnarly looking, and then they still have drippy branches like weeping willows, but the insides from them are all bent
Are like-
and gnarly.
I say.
And they have thorns on them too.
Oh.
Camp Thorny Tree.
I say Camp Witch's Willow sounds really
I do
good.
like that.
Nami, I need you to stop.
Who's this beneath my feet?
That's Wonder.
One in
Yeah.
your butt.
Yeah, I'm good with Camp Witch's Willow.
Well, I'm already writing it down. Ta-da.
That's a wacky tree. I love that.
Ta-da.
I love that the vines look crimped almost.
Yeah.
They're very cool compared to the.
That is one of my favorite trees.
They're very cool. Crazy. Okay. So Camp Witch's Willow.
Max, will you tell us how to start the game again?
Yeah. Yeah, I can. Okay, I'll just read the surface page real quick. Okie doke. So the first level of the game is the surface. Our goal here is effectively to kind of introduce the characters, the setting, the relationships with each other, set the stage for interpersonal conflict that's going to shape the story, help each other fall in love with the characters, keep the story feral and wild, foreshadow the strangeness, and become the architects of the game. I've already taken up all of the spades. And now this is basically us starting to build the web. So our goal here is to start sort of creating those strings, those connections. So we want to do a lot of kind of back and forth acting. I know that we said that we wanted to pretty quickly invite the Lindworm to kind of get us running, especially since we've decided we've been here for a couple weeks.
Yeah. Or a couple days at least.
Yeah.
Yeah. Probably enough time to pick a couple favorite campers or thing like that.
Yeah. You wanted to make an NPC
Yes. From the woods.
from the woods. Goodness, children. Must you be underneath my feet? Huh? 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 Right.
Create a staff minor character was one of the early.
Yeah.
So maybe we're doing our thing where we are the senior staff that can recognize each other.
Yeah.
So we're kind of hanging out in one of the newer staff.
No. Get. You are ridiculous. Stop. Stop.
She's like, I like pets, please.
Goodness gracious. You need to relax. You need to relax.
They will eventually. They've managed it a couple of times today.
Right. Okay.
Do we want to, like, end the whatever we do, like, for building up some of this with inviting the new staff character to, like, exist?
Oh.
Because I know that.
Let me look at where did I put this? Hobbies.
It's a move. Or do you mean, like, if we wanted to do, a group ritual? Because it's just a move.
Perform your impact.
Is... If you lay on him, sometimes it makes him cry.
You're heavy, Nami. Yeah, it's very, like... I guess it depends on if we want to get started, like, doing... like, chatting first, and then
That's kind of
inviting.
what I was figuring. And then whenever we're feeling like that is time to close, we'll have the senior or the minor staff character
Yeah.
roll in to be like, what's up?
What's up? Do we want to start at the beginning of the day, or maybe the end of the day?
Lunch?
Could be lunch.
Ooh, lunch.
Because then
Ooh, lunch.
you probably would have done the morning swims, like if anybody signed up for the breakfast, the auto
Ouch.
breakfast or whatever.
Yeah.
That
I've been...
Joe would be dealing with.
Yeah. I've been herding children around.
Yeah.
And you've probably been doing some stuff with the kids that aren't so swimmy.
Yeah.
I have probably been in the woods all day.
Yeah, I probably have. It's probably not time for any kids to be in the woods yet.
Yeah.
We've probably been doing like
That's afternoon time.
insert random field adventure athletic thing here in the field.
Football, obstacle course,
Yeah.
tag. You've got options.
All that running. Yeah, we could do lunch.
Okay.
Or do you think we have like a focus on like survival stuff? Are we like
Is that what actually some of the field exercise stuff is how to get to the exit fast?
Got it. I guess it
no, I'm
depends
talking
on
like surviving in the woods by yourself.
how to start a fire, how to do, etc., etc.
Probably not starting a fire after the time with the explosives.
Yeah.
And the
Well,
fireworks.
that's what the fire pit is for.
Yeah.
But
we just sit them around the fire pit.
probably, since we've got older kids this
Yeah.
time.
Mm-hmm.
You know, teaching them to build their own shelters.
If they're only
It's
here
almost
for
Boy
a
Scouts.
couple of weeks, I don't know how much for shelter building given the, like, mandated. I feel like the camp might clean it. Stop chewing. I feel like the camp might auto-clean the shelters unless it deemed them okay enough. Since nothing stays dirty here.
Oh, that's
Somehow.
right. I forgot that was an aspect.
Somehow it just is
But
always
definitely
pristine.
fire.
General survival stuff.
Maybe teaching them some fishing.
Fishing, how to climb trees effectively,
Trapping,
trapping,
not hunting.
staying quiet in the...
Maybe building shelters is like the advanced like camp up the mountain.
That's probably a camp that doesn't have something that might come and try to kill your
Yeah, like-
campers at the drop
Yeah,
of a
no,
hat.
it's the advanced camp, quote unquote, at the other on the other side of the mountain.
That's what other kids do.
Yeah, that's
Safer
what,
places.
yeah, that's what the other camp on the other side of the mountain specializes in. That one's a lot more rustic. This one is the beginner's course.
Beginners.
Yeah, exactly. Beginners. Shifty eyes.
I feel like it wouldn't... Lunchtime. Where's the sort of lunch pavilion, do you think?
Maybe between the field and the fire pit.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that would be a good spot. So I'll do a little. Do I
Lunch.
put that?
Fire pit's probably fancy.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Lunch.
Same with like the
No,
pavilion.
like food pavilion. Food.
Oh, my moves.
ABILLION.
Really?
So we said fire pit in the field, so food pavilion is here.
Sounds good.
Yay.
One of you get too excited?
Mike, I think it's time to call Pink Unicorn a loss.
Oh yeah, no, it can just go in the trash whenever.
Pink unicorn.
It's
the
just
toy.
the skin of a toy.
Oh.
Yeah, no, last time I saw it, it was far under the table and I didn't want to crawl around and get it.
Yeah.
So
You guys can keep going.
Well, Luca probably stays pretty close to this whole area, so...
Uh-huh.
Yeah, this
I
is
would
probably
imagine.
his, like...
well, I'm assuming we're
Zone.
probably bumping into each other for like lunchtime.
Yeah, if we're starting at lunch, then Luca is probably, like, in the process of herding the kids in, getting them all sat down, and then taking a fucking moment.
A breather.
Love those little bastards, but
Holy hell. It's a lot.
it's been a wild day so far. Lots of stuff this morning. So he's probably getting...
Yeah, and Bertha keeps getting the kids riled up again.
Luca's like, please God, he will not sleep.
No, they will because they're riled up. And the kids, when they're exhausted, crash. That is Bertha's thoughts.
But we don't want to exhaust them before the end of the day, because then they'll be tired. They'll want to rest,
Oh, yeah, true.
and then they'll rest, and then they either won't have the energy for later, for the activities that are slightly less running around, but will still tucker them out, you know? And then they won't sleep at the end of the day. And that becomes my problem, not your problem. You don't have to do rounds at night, Birdie. I do.
I could help you with those. So you are not stressed all the time.
I feel like I'm going to be stressed all the time no matter what we do. I'm hungry.
Then eat food.
Oakley's going to just like slide in with his food already. Like got his food before the campers.
How do you do that?
I don't have to deal with the children in the morning.
Hey, you're right.
True.
God.
There is also an option for something with gravy. I cannot tell, but protein was used for that one, though. I would warn against that.
Thank you for the warning. I appreciate it, Oakley.
Yeah, I feel like it comes in weird bags. Don't like it.
Yeah, I feel like it's basically like camp time MREs.
Yes.
Which,
Joe
to be
has just
fair,
got a bowl full of just the gravy and is just eating it with a spoon.
I hate you.
Why?
Oakley
Tastes good.
moves further away from
Joe
Joe.
just scoots.
I.
Luca just gets up and goes and gets food.
Yeah,
Just
same.
shaking his head. Slowly.
What? What did I do?
You're eating an entire bowl of gravy, Joe! Luca screams.
Tastes good.
You need more sustenance than that.
There's meat in there. I can't tell what
Why
it is
is there
though.
meat in gravy?
Mystery meat.
Horrible. Horrible. A nightmare.
I mean, if you think about it, like it's made from broth, right? So like, it's got plenty of proteins.
I don't know if this stuff is. I think it's just sludge.
The
It
mystery
comes
meat
in
is missing
bags,
children.
Joe.
Hello, Taryn.
Have you seen the bags that it comes in, Joe?
Yeah.
It comes in bags, Joe!
So do chips.
Ooh, chips.
Chips are not gravy. Chips are a different thing. They're different.
Comes in bags.
Oh
Already
dear.
stressed.
I have forgotten my milk. Does anybody else need a beverage?
I will grab
Not you.
I will grab you your milk for you.
Oh,
I
thank
still need
you.
to go through the line. What kind of milk would you like?
Yes. The
Okay.
one in the carton.
Okay, sounds good. Yes.
I do like the ones in the carton better than the bottle.
Yes.
They're more familiar.
Agreed.
This voice. I hate this.
Are they an AI?
Protein is
So-
all you can hear as Berta
You
goes.
do sound like a robot. like an AI. Like you're.
I don't know what I'm doing for my voice. If I was doing an AI, it would be a lot more like,
GLaDOS.
yeah. Because I can do a voice that way.
Do you have to slurp?
Sometimes that's how I would answer the phone when I
What?
still worked at the restaurant. It'd be really funny because
Like,
people would
must
press
you?
one.
Like, do you have to do
I'm
this?
just
I'd be like,
eating.
hello? Why?
Do I berate you for how you eat?
No, because I don't slurp.
See. Do you understand, Joe? It is not just me that has this problem with how loud you are all of the time, no matter what you are doing. You even sleep
Listen,
loudly,
I think
Joe.
you need to just take your personal opinions and go elsewhere.
No, Oakley, stay
By
right
rights,
here.
I was at the table first.
That's
so,
true.
if anybody was trying to avoid another, I would think that you would have sat with the junior counselors, perhaps.
Do I look
Yeah,
like
maybe you'll remember one of them this time.
I hope not.
Bertha comes back with
God, the horror of being known.
like a mountain of food and like
3 milks.
3 milks.
But then a 4th one off to the other side for
Yes.
Oakley.
Yes. Here you are, Oakley. Here is a carton of milk.
Thank you.
Is it like one of the big 2-liter cartons?
I
Yes.
hope not.
No. I thought, but no.
And, like, as he opens his milk, he kind of stops and checks his little pocket watch. Okay, we have 37 minutes until I'll need to have 3 of the campers.
37. Why didn't you just say 35? Why did like round numbers are nice?
It's not precise, Joe.
Doesn't need to be precise.
Things need to be precise when the children are 40 feet in the air, Joe.
That's true. Oakley's right.
See, you deal with water where as long as they're On top of it, it's okay. But if they are
If
up in the
they're-
air, they are not birds.
If they're on top of it, I either should be gone already or the Antichrist is here.
Floating.
At the surface of the water,
Floating.
Joe.
Floating.
You know what that means, Joe!
Jokes, it's the whole cow.
Floating. They mean floating.
It's just, was that the gravy that you...
Have any of the campers been noteworthy this year for this session? I haven't seen them yet.
We got a couple that, might, some of the older ones seem like they might be gearing up to maybe end up juniors, which they're pretty competent so far.
There's one
Haven't
that
had some of those in a little while.
there's
Yes.
one that shaved his head and is following me around.
You have a fan. It is good.
No, it's not. He won't leave me alone.
I hope that he doesn't pick up your reprehensible habit.
He is.
Oh my god!
You have a new friend.
I don't want any new
It's
friends.
very funny.
I wasn't originally going to go with this, but now I'm just going to go with it because I'm enjoying myself at this point.
Fucking my, this is gonna be tricky when we get into the deep stuff.
Sports robo lesbian.
Boy, howdy.
That's
With
one of
brass knuckles.
the side effects for the strangeness for her is it makes her start to become
Weirdly robotic.
always with energy for the children.
Spooky.
Okay, Ida.
Knife hands. Can't do proper knife hands right now. My thumbs are stuck. My thumbs are stuck. Not.
That's your blade catch.
How? What the fuck? I didn't think you were actually gonna bite me.
Play stupid games, win stupid prizes.
I'm feeling violent today.
Apparently.
It's the stress about
You're
the
teaming,
Like I said,
you're teaming
I
up
just-
with my jaded
listen,
ex.
Here's the thing. You heard me say earlier that my mouth wanted to bite. that I wanted to chomp. And then you stick your fingers in my face.
I did not earlier hear you say that
I
your mouth
didn't
wanted
either.
to
I
bite.
was holding this and I was
Oh,
like, I
the
almost
pen.
bit this.
Oh,
Because
yeah.
I want my something about wants to chew. I'm good, thank you though.
Yeah, we got a couple bones. We gotta get the cow femur.
Oh my gosh. I'm purposely not bringing that down right now.
God.
Not that Wonder could try to abscond with it because I think it weighs half as much as him.
God.
He would try
would
his
try.
best. He would drag it.
In the phrase sports robo lesbian, I truly had no idea what was happening next. Kudos.
Kudos.
Next time you guys look at Bertha, her food is just completely gone. We can just, you blink and it's gone.
What the fuck? Did you even taste it?
It was delicious, yes!
Jesus Christ. You say I have reprehensible eating habits. Look at that.
I didn't even hear it happen. How did you manage that?
Have no idea!
Oh. You
It
should
just
take
happened.
some tips from Bertha. That way, if you're loud, you could at least get it over with in
If
one
you
fell
slurp that, I'm
swoop.
going to stab you.
What?
We should not stab our friends!
I'm with Bernie. Don't stab me.
Then don't slurp the gravy.
Luca flies out of the chair.
Bertha catches Luca. There, friend.
You never ask a robo lesbian how she eats.
Is that like never ask
A giant robo lesbian.
I have just been picturing, like, buff Barbie.
Perfect. That's exactly what I'm going
Like,
for.
weightlifter gold medalist Barbie.
Perfect. I like this one.
Barbie from the neck up, All Might from the shoulders down.
Yeah, exactly.
Maybe not so Dorito,
Maybe just like a.
but like the broad.
Yes.
Like, I'm picturing like Luisa, but with Barbie's head
Luisa.
from Encanto.
Ah, yes.
Oh.
Yes.
Like, nice, strong woman.
Yeah. My brain still immediately lands on Sakura from Danganronpa. 1.
Maybe one day.
So when you put a Barbie's head on your He-Man action figure.
Yes.
Yes.
Is this the break? I would like to clarify what AWCY is for those who do not know. This is not the break yet, but we are AFK during our break. So if you want to chat with anybody and chat for that,
Yeah,
by
if you
all
wanna
means.
tell
But
chat,
when we
absolutely.
go on break, we will be gone, and then when we come back from break, we will start playing again.
Yes.
Use my thumbs.
So we have a bald camper.
Yes. What is this bald camper's name? That is now your friend.
I've been purposely avoiding learning his name so as not to become familiar.
His name is James.
I hate you.
You're never gonna get a token from me. I can feel it.
What is your lure again?
Treat the campers like people.
I do not believe I have met this James yet. Then again, if he has
Probably because he's been just hanging around this one for
Probably.
the whole time.
and I usually tend to avoid the water.
He's becoming quite good at swimming. I just keep pushing him back in the lake when he comes back out.
I am going to
How
stop.
old are you? 5?
You should not push the campers unless you are doing wrestling, which that is later this afternoon.
Why are we teaching them wrestling?
It is very important. Strong bonds are built
Not a bad
from
idea.
physical contact. I do not understand why you are cackling. Oakley, do you understand why they are cackling?
Probably nothing good.
Ah, yes. Fair point.
If I had to hazard a guess when it comes to that one.
Luca literally pulls out a little switchblade.
Where did you get that?
I need it.
And you yell at
Did you
me
get
for
that from
things that I
Bernie?
bring.
That's probably one of yours.
Hey, wait a minute. I recognize that,
No.
kind of.
No,
That
this
was
one's
from-
mine.
Oh,
That
okay.
was from before the last time, wasn't it?
I do not know.
No, this one's mine. And he closes it.
Ah,
Puts it away. It's like a little. It's one of those little hooky boys in the pocket, like a. What's the word for those?
Oh, we should go through our camp leader just really quick. Taryn said that they would like to think that Wonder is the camper trying to insert camp leader's name here through the window.
Oh. Oh yay. Luca, Gianluca, is mine. I'm the counselor.
I am Joe. I am the lifeguard.
I am Bertha, the athletic
Well,
sports coach. Yes.
I am Oakley, the ropes keeper.
Our fantastic ropes keeper.
Do you think they'd
It
let
doesn't
me?
help if you try to use flattery. I still remember the fireworks, Birdie.
I
Have
apologize
easily
for that.
spiraled into a large catastrophe for the ecosystem, and you know how we feel about that at this camp.
That's
Yes.
why I have to search you every time.
I did not bring anything flammable this year, I promise. Never again.
I know.
What about that thing you asked me to bring in for you?
I did not ask you to bring in anything for me.
Do I need to start searching you too, Joe?
I
If
think
you
he would like
insist.
that.
You did say you love him.
Yes.
Is this
That's
the cold in the
because-
streets, hot in the sheets? Is
Yeah.
that the dynamic here?
That's because Fox, no matter what character they make, always has to be a morosexual.
Look.
It's true. All my characters are like, God, he's so stupid. I gotta fuck him.
Oh, Luca's already taking off his clothes like
God, fucking.
So annoyed about that.
That's the question though. Have we dated, or am I just like begrudgingly in love with you and it's unbearable to me?
Beats me.
Well, the question was, are you still in love with me?
Yeah,
And the answer was yes.
yeah. But have we dated?
I don't know.
Do you think you've dated?
I don't know.
Do
You
I
two
have
have dated.
Yes.
A mistake.
An error on my end.
The error had both our ends.
But have we dated?
Oh.
I would hope that when he dates again, that he will at least learn to dry off before he showers,
You're gonna roll it down.
Even is yes.
before he puts on clothes after the shower.
It's a 6.
Is 6 even?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay. So we have dated.
Yes.
Or are you dating now?
No.
Okay.
You only date after camp.
Great, you've got 2 exes in the camp of the full group of 4 people in your life.
Nope.
You only date after camp is done for this season.
Do
What are
we
you talking
live
about?
on
We're-
site year-round?
I don't.
I was gonna say we're like teachers when there's no students here, we just kind of like AFK and just like T-pose.
I feel like we would have to live very close by camp, though.
We probably live very close in our huge luxurious mansions, whatever that may look like for us, since we are fabulously wealthy.
God, yeah, we get paid so well for this place.
Well, you know, when the turnover rate is usually half of your staff per year,
Yeah. On average.
I definitely live on some kind of lake.
maybe it's the other side of the lake.
You live on a luxurious yacht houseboat.
Technically
Oh,
outside
a
of...
boat? A sailboat.
Yes.
Yeah, a sailing houseboat.
A fancy houseboat. That you just kind of sail across the lake every year, and that's how you arrive.
Or down, maybe it connects to a river,
Yeah.
and you mosey your way down and then back up the river. Transient.
Taryn says, I like to think Joe lives on the other side and swims to work.
Every night, like when we're all like, oh, time to get in the cabin, you're like, bye, bitches, and you just swim across the lake.
My sailboat isn't actually in the water, it's just on the other side of the lake up on shore.
Yep.
And I've been working on it for like
10 years.
Yeah.
I feel like Oakley lives in whatever the futuristic version of Bilbo Baggins' house is.
Yeah. Yeah, it's built into like a little hobbit hole built
Built into
the
a
side of
hillside in a forest, like
Mm-hmm.
he just slinks into the woods at night.
Got under a
Just
little
not
more.
these woods as much. These ones are weird.
These ones are weird.
Were there any other campers that we should note?
I
We
think-
have
I think-
James Bald.
Oh.
James, I've written it down.
Okay, thank you.
I'm
Freshly
keeping
bald.
track of campers because I
Yeah.
am.
Yeah, that's
the-
your thing. I'm trying to think of some at the moment, too, but at the moment...
He's freshly bald, so the little twerp probably has a sunburnt head.
Oh yeah, probably. Lily is showing some promise. She's I think by the. Yeah.
I don't think the dog likes that one.
The look on your face, Fox, you were just like...
Startled. I mean, she's gonna leave here and basically immediately turn 17, so she's on the upper end of the age range of the campers. But she's been not quite James level, but sort of trailing me around,
Poor girl.
Keep seeing her watching me. So
Do you have a small hanger-on as well? Well, everybody is small for you.
Yes!
aren't they? Two of your stalkers tried to talk to you again.
I'm thinking.
What about you?
This will
Oakley
be my
hasn't
first
met
day
them.
meeting the children.
There is Richard and Polly. They are both very, very vital.
vital.
Excitable. Words are hard.
They were on the
I almost
fastest-
said virile, and then I was like,
No.
no,
No.
incorrect.
There was another
That's
word I was
wrong.
going
You're
for,
like,
and I
wrong
could not.
word.
There was another word I was thinking of, and I
They have
could not
high
think of.
vitality.
Yes, that was what it was. They are very excitable and always willing to help and do all of the things.
Hello again, GG Game Nights. Rating was a party of 8 raiders. Woo! Oh yeah!
They are
Like
very
Sleepaway.
excited for the ropes course this afternoon.
Oh,
They have been looking forward to it.
are they also older or are they younger?
They are in the middle age group.
The middle age group.
Who's Polly and who?
Polly and Richard.
I've forgotten how old our age groups are.
Between, I think we decided 12 and 16.
Oh,
So they are about 14.
So not quite junior campers, but still a good...
About 14 and a
Reliable?
half. Yes.
Alright.
I remember Richard. Yeah.
What did you do? What did you do?
I didn't do anything. Why do you always suspect me of things?
Because you say things like that!
He did not.
I
do
just
it.
remembered him. What?
Richard is a good camper. Enjoys
Okay.
most of the physical activities.
Sinks like a rock.
Yeah. Usually avoids swim time, unfortunately, but fortunately. So he
Which
usually
is a shame because swimming is really the best kind of cardio.
Incorrect.
perhaps
Good
he
for
will
your
enjoy
joints.
climbing more.
That is why he is looking forward to the ropes course to try the climbing instead to see if ropes would be better suited than swimming.
I keep putting him back in the water and he just keeps getting back out.
I am going to
Stop harming
stab
Richard.
you.
I'm not harming him. I'm making sure he doesn't drown. But the kid's gotta learn how to at least, like, tread water.
Treading water is very difficult. Do not like water.
Is treading water difficult because you can't find water deep enough to tread in?
No, I also sink. I freeze up.
Don't worry, I'll get you in the water and we'll teach you how to tread.
I will sink like a rock.
I know.
I am afraid of water.
You keep an eye on Richard in the ropes course. See how he fares as far as that goes.
He climbed the dock pylons pretty well.
Luca has stopped eating and is writing in a notebook now. Like,
Luca, be
writing
sure to
notes.
eat.
Yeah.
I'll get it.
I know you often get lightheaded when you do
Joe
not eat.
grabs a spoonful and starts
I'm going to hit you.
Luca, please, I worry for your health.
I will eat.
You often suffer from the headaches.
I mean, you're not wrong, but I think that's mostly this place.
Fair enough.
Maybe
Speaking
the
of
company.
headaches,
Listen.
I'm listening, Joe. Something that you struggle with, but go on.
Oh my god.
Bertha is like trying to be gentle when patting on Joe, but it just feels like
Slapping.
I am damp still.
water, no.
Joe basically just runs around in like a
What?
like the skin tight one piece bathing suit.
The
Does that have
stripey one?
stripes?
Not the stripy one.
Damn it.
Like a wetsuit?
Yeah.
Okay. I too suffer from the headaches.
That's why I brought Excedrin.
I'm listening, Joe.
What are you listening to?
You told me to listen.
It's a form of expression. I know you have a difficult time with expressing things, but
Be nice.
He
started it!
Oakley expresses just fine, yes.
This is bullshit. Joe gets up and walks away.
Bye, Joe.
It's probably a good time for our minor
Have fun
staff
floating.
character to come check in on us not knowing who they are or which post they necessarily have.
Yeah. We've been here for several weeks now, and most of us are still just like, who are you?
This one, let's say we still can't tell much about them other than, like, they're taller than Luca. Which, that's meaningful since Luca's fairly tall, if I'm recalling correctly.
I
for
don't think I
this.
set a height for Luca.
Oh, who was it that there was somebody that was?
I'm the tall one.
Oh,
I'm just huge in all ways.
Luca's fairly average.
okay. So probably
No.
taller than you, shorter than Joe.
I'm in the middle.
Does anybody remember what thing this person handles?
They handle
their
things.
notebook?
The nature person, the one that like takes the kids out and like shows them all the plants and like shows them how to the animal tracks and all that.
I'm trying to come up with one of the ones for Jake.
That sounds
What are
accurate for
those?
Jake.
Oh,
I don't think that that's one of those though.
Oh.
I
Do
think
you
that that would be me.
do we want a strangeness or do we want a regular?
I don't know.
I think Jake would like a strangeness.
I guess it depends on how far we get. Because everything at this camp is already
Oh, look, the
strangeness
guide.
light.
The guide.
Here's strangeness characters, and then I will find.
Or we could just make it so that we don't know so that he can pick when he gets here.
Well, I'm gonna.
Might be good to at least allude to some, and then those
Yeah.
are the other ones. We have song leader, crafter, and Youngblood in the regular characters.
Well, then that would probably be either story-wise the Youngblood,
Could be.
since we would recognize them now.
Yeah, if we recognize them.
The Found Again can only be played if your previous character has died. Can't use that.
We don't know if. Oh yeah. I guess it depends on whether or not we want Jake to play this character or our friend that died last time, because both would be fun.
Yeah, I guess we'll tell him what that is.
We'll give him the options.
Yeah.
For now, we'll just kind of allude that this is.
Somebody.
Crazy Jake.
A young blood.
Well, there's. For
They're
the
all
Found
crazy,
Again
Jake.
is one that vanished once. Give him the song leader. Bertha got that big butch energy.
Bertha has gotten up from the table and is now doing squats.
So I would assume a young blood is kind of like they don't have a specific task. Mm-hmm. Maybe.
Not
Or at
yet,
least
anyway.
this year they don't have a specific task.
Like they're trying to come into their own
They're kind
and
of.
figure out what tasks
The
they
gopher.
are.
Okay.
They probably help. Maybe me and you most frequently.
For
Since I'm-
ferrying people to and from.
Yeah, I'm doing the most child handling.
I'm doing the least possible.
Yeah. Well, but you have to really like
I do. I
handle
have
the
to,
children
yes.
when they're with you, but it's not
yeah.
long form child handling. I am handling
Yeah.
the children almost constantly.
Yeah, it is definitely, here kid, this is how you put on this harness. Mm-hmm. I gotta watch these
And then
fucking
watch them
kids.
very closely while they're doing the thing.
I'm kind of middling, I think.
You, I feel like, pay very close attention to them when they're at the lake.
Yeah.
But then
And I
there's a
probably-
good amount of downtime.
I probably come and pick them up from wherever they are to take them to the lake.
A freelancer character.
Not me.
But
She flop.
given the Joe storming off, they're probably coming over to be like, hey, guys,
What's up?
how you doing? Like, I would presume that this is a camp counselor that has tried to greet us several times, but we just can't tell who they are.
Just can't figure it out.
Like, they've been very nice. Their
that was
voice
my
might
wife,
even
not a dog.
start to sound a little bit
Thought I was doing
familiar,
this on,
like we've
Wonder.
spoken to them.
A couple times at least
Not
this
just
year.
I'm just going to touch on the leg. Ah, yes. Hello. Greetings. Friend. Bertha's still doing squats. For some reason.
For now, maybe just, like, give them a name like Tony.
Tony.
That way, it can continue to not be helpful for us at all when we don't know what they look like.
I wrote Tony, question mark.
And then probably Tony would help us get things organized for afternoon shift, whatever.
Yeah, I feel like to avoid like a long form conversation with this human being whose name we think might be Tony, Luca like flips through
It's super clear, it's awkward for everyone there.
Flips through notebook, looks at the kid, looks back, and goes, "Why don't you help me get them get ready for the woods? Yeah? Good?
They're
Okay, let's
probably
go."
like, yeah, okay, yeah. I helped you after lunch yesterday too.
Haha, yes, you enjoy your woods. Yes.
We'll do our best, Birdie. And Luca will leave the table with Tony, question mark. And he has not eaten, actually. He left his food. So
Birdie makes like a very disapproving face and grabs the tray and like is now following Luca.
No, Birdie, I'm busy. Birdie, just go. I'll eat later. Don't worry about it.
Birdie makes a sad face. And just keeps making, like, continuing to sad face at Luca.
Joe materializes out of nowhere with like a little box, reaches into it, grabs like a granola protein bar and hands it to Luca. You can at least eat that while you're walking. And then just disappears again.
Bubbles under the table.
Slightly acceptable and, like, sadly... Like, the most dejected you've seen Bertie since the fireworks incident.
Joe just carries a lunchbox around now that's full of stuff that Luca can eat while he's walking.
Oh, because this is like, I was just going to say, you probably recognize this as a thing that Luca does regularly.
Yes, that's why I'm kind of figuring that Joe just has a lunchbox full of stuff.
Luca's bad at eating.
I feel like that's probably a common theme wherever Luca ends up, is Luca arrives and is given food by whoever.
Just given a little snack.
Like, here's an apple, you can eat that while you're going, here's a granola bar.
He gets distracted.
Here, one of the campers left a string cheese, it's still cold.
It's still cold, we don't know how.
Mystery
string cheese.
And then there's the telltale hiss and whir of all of the tables and chairs just like sinking into the floor out of the way.
Yum.
Convenient.
Birdie actually sleeps in the pavilion, she just plugs in. Next to the toaster.
I like how we're just accepted now that Birdie is a robot. Robot? Question mark,
She doesn't
question
plug in. She's advanced. She has wireless charging.
Oh, she just nestles into her port next to the blender.
No, it's all the buildings have wireless charging, like floors. So as long as she's in a building, she's charging.
I am the robot the rich man has built.
Oh.
The robot that the rich man has built.
For now.
I am Birdie 3.0.
Umbrella Academy mom.
Oh my god! Oh no!
I love Umbrella Academy, Mom.
Your sad little son is gonna take you apart! Oh no!
Poor Richard. He's gonna be so traumatized.
Poor Richard. He's gonna have a rough day. He's good. That's
Oh,
gonna
don't
be a rough day.
traumatize my son. Don't traumatize Richard and Polly. Birdie likes those ones.
I cannot see what you have.
It's like a green hair. A very short green hair.
It's-
Slightly blue. Blue-green.
I'm gonna go ahead and blame Meg. She dyes her
Weird.
hair blue a lot.
Maybe. Maybe it's hair. Is there another one here? This one's fine.
We have a lot of long hair that comes through this house.
That one is silver. I can usually tell which one was mine.
Bertha has led like another group of now like freshly like have eaten fully energized campers to the field, and they are just like power walking almost, and like excitedly making their way to the field. Birdie seems to work with like the high energy all the time campers.
Yeah. Get them a little
So they will listen better.
work the energy out a little bit.
Yeah, just a little bit before they go on to things that might need better, like
crafts.
concentration. Yeah, like crafts, or might be able to listen better when Oakley explains, the ropes course if they had not done it before, or it's been a minute, or if Oakley has expanded or added things to the ropes course that are new.
It is very fun.
Wound up kids are less likely to listen closely to, instructions.
Yeah.
I added an actual rock wall this year.
I want to try that. That sounds fun. I love rock walls.
Going up is unnatural.
When Luca arrives, it will be like an actual stone tower.
Luca's like vibrating, like, let me up.
Oh, that's what you meant by rock wall?
Yes,
It doesn't have like the colored. Is it the colored ones
It
drilled
is-
in?
it is
No,
a-
it's a
it's
stone
got, like,
wall with like the thing at the
guidelines
top.
already in, but
I want to do that.
come by after.
Good plan.
I don't know how they got it out here, but when I requested it, they did it.
This place does do that.
And Oakley would kind of like take his, probably no more than 5 kids at a time for something like this,
Yeah.
and start
the
doing
thing.
his whole thing. But, oh, yes, and Luca, here's some berries.
Man, why does everybody want to feed me? He's still
Didn't
just
eat.
like, didn't I? Little snackies.
You graze throughout the day.
Right there. Luca's just like me. I also graze throughout the day.
I might need to take the dogs out. I thought I just heard somebody tinkle, but I don't see anything.
It is 13 minutes to 9, so.
Well, you guys start that. Oakley's got his kids. I'm gonna take these out.
These.
Ooh, delicious. Yeesh.
In the field, Bertha is playing some game with the kids that is like a ball, and you can't quite figure out what's going on.
Well, Luca's in the woods at the moment.
Yeah, anybody who walks by can't ever figure out what they're playing when it comes to Bertha, but hell, the kids are having a great time, and that's
Kids are
what
having
matters to
fun.
her.
Kids are having fun. That's what matters.
Happy kids are great, and she always looks like a kid when she plays. Like, instead of supervising, she has to play too.
Of course she does.
Could you imagine-
Stresses Luke out.
Could you imagine if Birdie played dodgeball? Be like a fucking cannon.
God.
Yeah, she definitely does not know her own strength, so they're not allowed to play any games where they have to, like, really exert strength. Unless the kids, like, try to dogpile on Birdie, which is usually very common. Because, haha, youth.
Jump on Birdie.
Yeah, jump on Birdie. She's usually carrying some form of child, like a sack of potatoes, and the child is just, like, here for this because you cannot be picked up at that age much by anybody anymore, and it's
Yeah.
like, yes!
It's like the
And if there are particular gremlin children...
it's the end of Falcon and the Winter Soldier.
Oh, I
When,
still need to finish watching that.
Bucky's got like 3 children hanging off of his metal arm, and he's like half up on a picnic table talking to someone, not paying attention at all to the children, but just like hauling them up, and they're like hanging off of him. It's very cute.
I really liked the marriage counseling scene. That was so fucking
It was
fun.
quite good.
I still need to like finish watching that.
Very good.
I think my favorite scene from that is Falcon going, "That little girl kicks your ass." while
Bucky
he's
just growls at him.
dangling off the side of a semi on the ground.
Just
That little girl kicked your ass.
the counselor, though, just, hey, stop it! Stop it! Stop it!
Wait, are you having a staring contest? Jesus Christ, come on.
Stop it!
I love them. Yeah.
Birdie's just
I
doing
can't
deadlifts
wait.
with children. Yes.
I can't wait for the Hawkeye Ant-Man. Like, they gotta do a full series at some point.
Yes. Please, God. I want that so badly. So badly. It probably won't be with Clint. It will probably be with Kate.
Yeah.
Because I don't think Jeremy Renner wants to do any more Marvel.
Well, I think he's a lot more receptive to it now that he's got character development outside of you were introduced and are now the bad guy.
Well, no, but because he for the first several films, he was like faking heart attacks on set because he didn't want to be in these fucking movies. Like,
Shouldn't laugh, but I'm laughing. I shouldn't laugh, but I did.
yeah, he did not want to be in those films for the first many of them.
Yeah.
And he didn't really get a whole lot of anything until literally the TV show. But he had signed contracts at that point, and there wasn't an actual reason for him to like get out of the contract.
Yeah.
You know, like he couldn't do like a morality clause or something.
He did great in the show, though.
Yeah, show was really good. It just seems like they're sort of edging out the original, the OGs
Yeah.
a little bit more for some of the young bloods, literally and figuratively.
Oh, man. Can't wait for Avengers vs. X-Men. It's gonna be so good.
I'm really curious how they're gonna work the X-Men in.
It's gonna have to be a multiverse where they just void everything that Sony did. Sony? Paramount?
Sony.
Was it Sony?
Yeah.
Paramount has Spider-Man. No.
No, Sony also has Spider-Man.
We are still live.
Yeah, we know.
Okay.
No, it was Fox.
Yeah.
Fox
Fox.
had X-Men.
Yep.
Yep. Yep.
Yep.
Did we want to break now?
Yeah, we might as well.
Might as well.
Oh.
We're gonna take a bio break while Micah gives the dogs a bio break. So we will be back in about 10 minutes.
You're 10 minutes.
You're at 10 minutes.
Birdie is quickly turning into the mom friend, though. Like,
Yeah.
yes, I.
Tired of the road, tired of the sun. Miss my missus and her home cooked buns. Our backs are bent, our feet are sore. And we're traveling along on the barren moor. But that's alright, that's okay. We'll drink ale anyway. Ninefoot grows heavy, stout grows trim. Harefoot gets hairy. Raise your flagons and fill 'em to the brim. That's alright and that's okay, 'cause we're all halflings anyway. This brew, that song, we dance together all night long. Dragon so dark, dark as night, failed to fly from the arrow's bite. Fell from above on the tailor's house. Hey, everybody, get your dragon suit and blouse. This brew, that song. We danced together all night long. Tired of the road, tired of the sun. Miss my missus and her home cooked buns. Our backs are bent, our feet are sore. Been traveling long on the barren moor. But that's alright, that's okay. Feels like gale anyway.
All the warmth and comforts that I miss upon the sea, the rest do look so paltry small when I compare to thee. Oh, Molly's bright, the best girls in the land. To your every need, there's no place that I'd rather be. Short on stature, laid out drink, a dwarf parched and dry, then run you ragged through the night, all head and eyes for your delight. Oh, Molly's bright, no other I can stand. Travel far and wide the sea, there's no place that I'd rather be. Adored and so at home you'll feel when you're at Molly's dive. Till money's spent, I'd not frequent another tavern of the night. Oh, Molly's bright, they'll take you by the hand. All those girls who have good tips for calling on Molly's bright. And gals from distant lands, exotic, dark and fine. Just take your pick and enter in. The worries vanish in no time. Oh, Molly's bright, the most exotic band. Understanding life from girls is come and give the bright a try. To your every taste, Bjork or elf or forfeit high. For a price they'll bring their friends and you'll be envied far and wide. Oh, Molly's bright, the best girls in the land. To your every need, there's no place that I'd rather be. Jump into a kraken's jaws or pluck out a beholder's eye. I'd do most anything I can to be with those sweet Molly's bride. Oh, Molly's bright, no other I can stand. Travel far and wide the sea, there's no place that I'd rather be. When it's time to go to sea, my heart will give a sigh, for I will miss a tumbling with lovely Molly's brides. Time in bed had been well spent, I'll fondly keep in mind the lovely face and other parts of fair sweet Molly's bride. Oh, Molly's bride, the best girls in the land. To your every need, there's no place that I'd rather be. Oh, Molly's bride, no other I can stand. Far and wide the sea, there's no place that I'd rather be. Sing with me, yeah.
Yo-ho, matey ho, I tell you about boy, but before we hit the high tide, pour me another black jack of wine. Yo-ho, matey ho, I tell you about boy, but before we hit the high tide, pour me another black jack of wine.
The sky to the seven seas, sailing with the Jolly Roger boat is what we see. Aboard the vessel and get a copper, raise your kettles and have a fire. You blunder to fill 'em with plum.
We are buccaneers.
Now let's celebrate with rum.
Yo-ho, matey ho, I tell you about boy, but before we hit the high tide, pour me another black jack of wine.
Once I was in the bridge, sailing through peaceful waters, quite 3 ships to the wind, when suddenly appears the Kraken.
Blow me down.
Must be the work of Davy Jones. Bring a spring upon her, for the love of Neptune, hey behold.
Yo-ho, matey ho, I tell you about boy, but before we hit the high tide, pour me another black jack of wine.
All hands above, get the chest to the boat. Swim it to Scotland and get to the shore.
And hold me earnest.
Don't leave a piece of aid. Let's get to the coast where the fiddlers scream away. Finally got to the sun while the ship sinks in the water.
Son of a biscuit eater.
I really need a clap of thunder. We'll see each other again. You monster, I beat you up. Now let's find a place to drink and crack the gin stick up.
Yo-ho, matey ho, I tell you about boy, but before we hit the high tide, pour me another black jack of wine. Yo-ho, matey ho, I tell you about boy, but before we hit the high tide, pour me another black jack of wine. Yo-ho, matey ho, I tell you about boy, but before we hit the high tide, pour me another black jack of wine. Yo-ho, matey ho, I tell you about boy, but before we hit the high tide, pour me another black jack of wine.
Sing with me, yeah.
Yo-ho, matey ho, I tell you about boy, but before we hit the high tide, pour me another black jack of wine. Yo-ho, matey ho, I tell you about boy, but before we hit the high tide, pour me another black jack of wine.
The sky to the seven seas, sailing with the Jolly Roger boat is what we see. Aboard the vessel and get a copper, raise your kettles and have a fire. You blunder to fill 'em with plum.
We are buccaneers.
Now let's celebrate with rum.
Yo-ho, matey ho, I tell you about boy, but before we hit the high tide, pour me another black jack of wine.
Once I was in the bridge, sailing through peaceful waters, quite 3 ships to the wind, when suddenly appears the Kraken.
Blow me down.
Must be the work of Davy Jones. Bring a spring upon her, sun while the ship sinks in the water.
Son of a biscuit eater!
I really need a clap of thunder. We'll see each other again. You monster, I'll beat you up. Now let's find a place to drink and crack the jam stick.
Ho, matey, ho, I tell you about boy. But before we hit the high tide, pour me another black jungle wine. Yo ho, matey, ho, I tell you about boy. But before we hit the high tide, pour me another black jungle wine. Yo ho, matey, ho, I tell you about boy. But before we hit the high tide, pour me another black jungle wine. Yo ho, matey, ho, I tell you about boy. But before we hit the high tide, pour me another black jungle wine.
Which one? Because I know you guys have both had one at your house and been okay.
I really kind of want to play
Can you
Maid in
two
the
be
Black
okay
Water.
if you both have a bowl?
It's a really good game.
I don't have it though, and I'd only be able to play it for so long.
What do you want to play?
Made in Blackwater.
Fatal Frame, the newest Fatal Frame game. My friend
Newest,
here,
it came out like 10 years ago.
newest. Well, it's the newest one we've gotten here in the States since the third
Well,
one.
we had got one.
Welcome
we
back.
had Maiden of Blackwater.
Oh, did we? It was
Yeah,
the
we're
fourth
back.
one that I'm thinking of that we didn't have
Welcome back.
a translation of.
Yes. Welcome back. We did it.
Which that's the one I also want to play that one too.
Was there anything else that you guys wanted to do on this turn?
I want to invite.
Am I glowing?
Invite
Yes.
Delinquent.
Is it time?
It is time, I think.
That's what
I invite.
Yeah. Because
Yeah.
maybe this might affect.
yeah, it seems like a good a good
Richard.
time to. Do you know how to shuffle, please?
Why are we trying to affect Richard of all of the campers?
Well, because I was going to be nice to him and tell him that he can come to the ropes course instead of swimming if he would like, if he ends up being like
Good at your at the course.
even just if he seems like he's having a hard time after getting thrown into the lake multiple times and not being able to swim.
he can spend lots of times
You
with
know.
Oakley and Bertha.
That, you know, if you're having such a hard time with swimming, why don't you do some extra ropes course stuff instead?
You get a token for that.
But I don't know if that will necessarily be pre or post Lindworm. We'll keep
Yeah.
that kind of flexy. Mm-hmm. Thanks for the token. I'm assuming that that's kind of what you were hoping for.
Yeah.
When you were like, pay attention to him, please.
Yeah.
Because somebody is just a couple of deaths shy of being a serial killer by drowning.
I haven't killed any children yet. I saved them.
The only
Are
time
you saving them if you put them in that position in the first place?
Yes.
the only time Bertha is not like playing with the game with the kids is if it's like a baton race, because then all the children walk her on their team and that's not fair. So she begrudgingly sits out, like she doesn't want to, like she wants
She
to
gave
play
him
with the
the
kids.
big bone.
Aww.
I gave her the big one and him the little one, and I looked, and he has the big one and she has the small one.
She does the race, but she runs the entire race solo.
Yes.
Against the campers.
Yeah.
Okay. I also made cards for the campers.
We actually,
Yes, I want to.
when I was in high school, we had a relay race that we couldn't flush out. So the shot putters took it over. They were like, we're not doing anything else except shot putting, so we'll just run the relay race. They came in like second, and I don't know if you've ever seen big guys get moving that fast, but it is horrifying.
It starts out kind of slow, and then next thing you know, you're like, oh, he coming.
Like, off the line, slow as shit. But once they get their bodies moving, it's
Inertia.
horrifying. Yeah.
Yeah, Birdie just likes to play with the kids.
All right.
I invited. I have a token.
Okay. Everybody close your eyes.
Okay.
Okay, I took mine off.
Yeah, same.
Oh my god. Micah,
What?
we should watch some Twilight Zone.
So, fun fact. When I was a child, there was an episode of The Twilight Zone that scared me so bad that I've never watched it again.
There's a few of them that are like,
It had to do with, like, electricity. Like, there was an electricity pole.
oh yeah, I remember that one.
I used to watch the X-Files with my younger sister Gabby's dad, and it was like, for whatever reason, when I watched it with him, it was like my favorite show for whatever reason. But I haven't watched an episode, or I've never watched it since.
Oh, Vox.
Yes.
I have my eyes closed. Meg and I went to go see Barbarian.
Uh-huh.
Characters terminally stupid.
Oh boy.
None of them have any reason to stay in the situation,
Oh,
but they
boy.
keep doing it.
Oh dear.
The pacing is very slow, but it did some very interesting things.
Huh.
And I overall enjoyed it quite a lot. There was a moment near the end that was so touching.
Mm-hmm.
And it shouldn't have been.
Jesus.
But in some ways, one of the monsters is more human than one of the characters.
Oh,
Oh,
interesting.
my nose itches. Oh, itchy nose.
There's a dog beneath my feet.
There was a dog beneath my feet.
good dog.
Is it Namer?
It is. Hey, dog. Yeah. You gonna beat me up with your tail?
Yes.
Wow.
We're good, Micah.
We're good.
That was the knock.
Oh, that was so light.
Oh, sorry. I can't. My little hands.
I thought that the dog tail,
Oh.
hit the...
Yeah, I thought at first too.
No, just my sore little hands can't knock very hard.
Just take your little pencil and go...
Hit bang, bang, bang.
No.
Then do a
be
Judge
nice
Judy
to my
impression.
table.
What?
Then do a Judge Judy impression.
Baloney. Baloney.
Oh, there is the thing.
There it is.
The Queen of Hearts.
Oh man, shit. What
in
does
the
that
field
mean?
with the pavilion.
Okay.
Is it on the pavilion or is it on the field too? It's both on the field and the pavilion.
I think it's just the area.
It's in the
Area.
center.
We'll see what it does.
The Queen of Hearts.
Ooh.
Turtle. Queen of Hearts, the oppressive nature of rain. Feeling trapped, isolation from your friends. All players gain a token as the rain pours down. So everybody gets one.
Yay! But that, if it's by the field, if we're leaning into Birdie's a robot a little bit, maybe not fully robotic, maybe a cyborg, that might be what we're dealing with, but what if, you and your campers get, like, stuck at the pavilion because, like, you don't want to go to the rain to go to the bunks?
Yeah, I guess it also depends on if we're keeping the rain centered or if it just suddenly rains, starts raining in the camp.
Is
Like
it
all
the
of the camp.
entire camp?
But that could be like where the key isolation is. Like if it just starts like sheets, like the visibility gone type of oppressive rain. That maybe we're separated with our own little groups of campers that we have.
Yeah, because I'd be at the lake still.
Yep.
You'd be at the pavilion. And then
We are at the woods.
you two are at the woods.
Yeah, Birdie has like as
my-
soon as it started downpouring, Birdie just like picked up as many campers as she could and just hauled ass to the
She can
pavilion.
carry at least 6 people at once.
At least six.
Sticky snacks?
Yeah.
I think that there are some salt vinegar chips upstairs in
Yeah.
the kitchen.
Yeah,
Would you
there
mind
is.
grabbing those?
I am go get.
I don't know where they're at.
I think that they're in the center bowl.
Yeah, they are.
Like right on the center of the counter. The bowls are on the right hand cupboard there on the end if you want to pour chips before so that we don't have all the crinkle.
Good plan.
So then, if it's playing into isolation and rain, then you two would be isolated. So whatever's happening might happen more so to you two.
I am big time isolated because I don't even have kids with me.
Yeah.
Have you ever been like under the water when it starts raining like that?
No.
It's fucking horrifying.
Yeah, You're just like, is the world ending?
Sound doesn't travel too well through water because it's such a poor medium for sound. But when you get that much sound at once, it's scary.
It
Yeah, I've
sounds
never-
like you're under a train.
Yeah.
Oh.
It's like, and it's everywhere.
Birdie spreads out her arms and yells at everyone to hang on and just sprints. The kids
I'm
are
just
like,
thinking of
the
like,
kids are like, wee!
I'm just thinking
If
of
we
like
had the
the
younger campers.
Yeah, right. All the campers
circus
like,
acrobats where they do the giant stacking towers. Bernie just stretches out her arms and all the kids just go and she just
if
That's,
Luca saw
that's Bernie when she's been here as long as Oakley.
yeah.
if and her strangeness at that point would extend to the campers that they could just suddenly do these insane physical feats and Luca's like, what are you doing? Stop it!
I don't think that Oakley's still a functional camp counselor that far in the future.
Right? No.
I feel like if he is still present on the camp, he is closer to the lindworm. Because I feel like the strangeness at that
Or
point
has turned into a tree.
it's something. He's just
The trees are made up of the former ropes course people who have been there as long as that.
he's the deer in the woods that doesn't run if you bump into it.
I mean, if we're in the Rockies, there's elk here.
I love elk. He'll just scream at you. The elk, that if you find it on the path, it will bellow at you.
Those things are horrifying. Can you imagine growing up in the Rockies and you have elk and mountain lions?
Birdie's just Butch
The
Misfit.
part in
Pretzel confirmed.
the old Homeward Bound movie, that live action one,
Yeah.
the elk sound in that
Scared me.
scared the ever-loving shit out of me. For years and years and years, and I was like, it's an elk? Right.
So, Birdie's in the pavilion with all the kids. I am on the lake with no kids, so I am, like, completely alone.
Living your best life.
Is there anything else to the rain?
That's all it says.
That's all it says? Okay.
Weird.
Just a sudden downpour of rain.
Oh my god, can you imagine being up on your rock wall when it starts downpouring like that? You're not able to see the ground.
Poor Richard.
Is that where Richard's at?
Yeah.
Roll a die.
Even or odd?
Richard's odd. The girl that you had mentioned, Polly. She's
Polly is a girl?
Yeah.
Oh.
Yep, Richard and
Even.
Polly.
okay. Polly's gonna get some character development. And Luca's gonna get some stress. Birdie is just a butch Miss Frizzle confirmed. Trans Miss Frizzle confirmed.
Hell yeah.
That's my favorite one, is that Miss Frizzle is the one kid from the future, but trans,
Oh,
and then came back to...
I love that. This is very hard.
These dogs. How are you still a player?
I don't know.
I'm sorry, you're just the one that's like the closest to dead dogs.
Oh,
I'm just dissociating a little bit. Okay.
Birdie is like checking over the children to make sure that nobody was hurt in the mad dash to the pavilion, and making sure nobody was hurt, nobody's scared of like the sudden storm, even though they're all teenagers, but there might be like that one kid that like might be terrified of whatever the hell is going on.
yeah. I don't even think it's like a storm.
Yeah.
Like I don't think it's like there's no thunder.
Yeah.
There
Yeah.
might not be any lightning or anything.
It's just
so much rain.
Yeah.
Now.
that's
right
my
now.
favorite kind of rain.
Just don't.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Birdie hates this type
That
of
if you
rain.
walk out in it, fuck it, you gotta
You're
go in
just-
and towel
yeah.
dry.
You're
It's
just
done.
wet now. You basically jumped in a lake.
Why did you bother to
I was
even go
already
out?
in the lake.
Yeah, well,
Yeah, what are you doing?
I was swimming.
Yeah, how's it going?
I was getting my midday swimming.
How's Joe handling this? Joe liking being alone? Joe not?
in the middle of the water, can't see land.
Oh my god, yeah, that's horrifying. Like, I'm a good swimmer, but being out there in the middle of the lake where
You can't see.
you can't see the land.
It's just raining on top of you.
How you doing, Joe?
Not great.
Are you doing it quietly? Because I doubt it.
I mean, probably pretty quiet. Who's gonna come out here and save the lifeguard?
I don't know. You don't do anything quietly, remember?
We're all fairly far away from you.
Yeah.
Yeah, it really just depends on if you're yelling.
And if you're yelling through the rain, it might sound fucked up to us. Or is this the one thing you do quietly? Do you panic quietly?
There's no panic. I just give up.
Oh, are you dying now?
No, I'm not
Is this
dying.
this
But he
Joe
just
West?
accepts this. He just sits there and waits. Just like
Just
you.
get on your back and wait it out.
Yep.
Okay. Are there any kids that are? I
That's
know
what
we
I'm-
don't have a GM, but
No.
okay.
The kids are like wondering why she keeps fussing over them.
Are the kids comforting you?
Yeah. It's much the opposite. Because they know Birdie like does not like water at all. So they're all just like, it's okay, but she's also trying to comfort them. But it's not working.
God.
She's comforting them, but it's actually her comforting herself. It's good. We're good. We're
Everything's
okay.
I feel like Oakley would be pretty quick to be able to help Polly, but how's Luca doing? With the head count, it would be like, okay, quick, get the kids. So
I think-
Oakley's probably getting them down out of the trees for who was up there and who's still on the...
I feel like the moment Luca realized, like, the moment it starts raining, Luca was probably keeping a very close eye on the kids on the rock wall. Mm-hmm. The moment it starts downpouring and he is unable to see those children up there, he is on the rock wall.
Without safety gear?
Yep. Which I think is, take action leaving yourself vulnerable.
Yep, that very might be, yeah.
Yep. Yeah, he immediately, like, does not think about it at all.
Oh my god.
Goes, shit, and starts working his way up the wet wall.
Fear. Real fear. I just realized. Oh. There it is. Okay. I don't know what mine are. Neat. Okay. Yeah. Get the good regular move in. If it's going that quick, I feel like at the same time that Oakley's going for the ropes course, Luca's going for the rocks.
Yep.
Because, like, all of the kids have harnesses.
Yeah.
Luca doesn't.
Nope.
So even if, like, they fall, they're not gonna fall real far.
or hard.
Yeah.
But Luca panicked. The inability to see the children
So
really freaked him out.
Okay.
I'm just letting the lake take me where it will.
Okay. How long do you guys think the rain goes on? Is this going to be like a thing that persists?
Rest of the night type
I
situation.
have a thing for this. Hold on.
Okay.
I finally get to use it. Where is it?
I'm confused now.
Yeah.
The D60.
You're done? Oh.
Hours. 16 hours.
16 hours.
Alright.
So
I'm so
rest of the
happy.
the short form then. Thoughts?
What?
Because I'm guessing what will happen is we will get the kids, we will collect Birdie. You might be spending the night in the lake, Joe. We might look for you, but
Luca
if
will
we
probably go hunting once we have all of the children safe
Yeah.
in the bunks.
but like if you can't see shore, we can't see you from shore. And if you're just laying there accepting it, I don't think we're gonna find you.
Joe just floats back home.
Unless you start yelling. Yeah, I think Luca climbs up the rock wall, shouts for the kids, finds them, works his way and their way down. Because I don't think that they were very happy being up there not being able to see anything.
No.
Kind of goes with them on the way down, like, okay, like,
I'm
once you
glad
reach
you've
them.
established that he's a climber immediately
Yeah.
before this happened.
Oh yeah, he's a climber.
That's why he likes Joe.
Climb him like a tree.
He's gotta climb.
I think he gets them down without incident, unless
Really bad.
If
you
it's
want
just
something terrible to happen to him.
if it's just a downpour, like the worst that might happen is there might come a point when he's already close enough to the bottom that he might slip, because at that point Oakley would probably be out and be like, Luca, what are you doing? And like actually be loud. Mm-hmm. And that would probably like
Startle him a little.
yeah. Because he's probably not heard Oakley like actually yell in some years, because he
Oh.
would be like, okay, kid's fine. Looks up. One of 3 people that I know is up there without equipment. So he would probably like, what are you doing?
Luca's like, what? And then just slips off.
Like the last 4 feet or something. And
Yeah.
worst case scenario, maybe his ankle will be sore for the rest of the
Lands
evening.
wetly on his ass in the grass.
Yeah. Like, nothing beyond, like, a bump or a bruise,
Yeah.
I feel like.
Nami.
Can you two chill?
They
Maybe we can put
cannot.
Nami upstairs?
I think if they are separated, she might scream, but I would be willing to try it.
She's usually okay in the living room.
Or if she wants to go into the office, if she'd rather vibe in there.
Nami.
Because I know that they're both overtired at this point, because we're going on 12 hours of play. And I know that the second that she stops for 10 minutes,
She's gonna fall
fucking
asleep.
out.
Yeah.
she, like, was falling asleep everywhere we
Wonder.
went.
No. Come on, Pop Pop.
Wonder.
But if she hears another dog being loud and she cannot be involved,
Then she's gonna be upsetty spaghetti.
yeah, then she gets very, that's not fair, me too, me too, me too. Which, reasonable.
Yeah.
She's very about fairness, and he's very about, I would like my way now, please.
Yeah.
But also, she weighs 70 pounds, and he weighs like 30 pounds. And that's enough that sometimes she falls on him.
That has been the That was what was just now happening.
Uh-huh.
She just like put her front
She'll
legs
just like
on
elbow
top
drop
of
him.
And I was like, that seems not nice.
Yeah, there's something else. She did fall on her face today. She
Oh.
was running, and where the carpet met the tile, both of her front feet, she like hit forward, and they slid behind her, and she just bam,
She splat.
full nose smoosh.
Nose smoosh.
So she'll probably pass out up
I
there.
honestly, they were both falling asleep on me when they were both in my lap immediately before this.
Micah, do you know where her eggplant went?
It is on the coat rack by the door.
I'll just give her Georgia.
Okay. But it's on the coat rack by the front door.
Okay.
So when you pass there, it'll be there too. She has an eggplant that I got her that I woefully misunderstood how loud it was when I was testing it in the store. So she only gets it for like 10, 20 minutes at a time tops. Otherwise, like if she does get it, I'm going to have to check and see if it's picking up on the mic. Kind of loud. It is, because it's got squeakers, but it also has a tube, so if you shake it, the squeakers start.
Oh boy.
Okay. She's got her eggplant, she's got Georgia. But she took her eggplant, jumped up on the couch, and then just sat there.
Yeah, she's probably
Tuckered.
going to fall asleep in 2.5 minutes
Yeah.
unless something gets loud and
If-
wakes her up.
If 2.5 minutes, if.
Yeah,
See.
every time she stops, she's like immediate
Yeah,
eyelids.
it's bedtime.
Yeah.
Bedtime.
Okay, so what did I miss other than...
Luca got a wet ass. He fell
Yeah.
like the last 4 foot when we were getting the campers,
Okay.
and then probably from there we would go to check
Head
on
back
you.
to bunks.
Drop off our kids at the bunks, and then
Help me get my kids
see
to the
what's
bunk?
going on with if everybody wasn't there.
Head counts, all that good
Yeah.
stuff.
It would probably take us a while to like find people, but not over an hour.
Yeah. Luca is at this point fairly, if this is kind of what he do,
Yeah.
he is practiced, he knows,
Oh,
like,
yeah.
you know.
It's a rainstorm.
Yeah. So it probably doesn't take more than an hour
No.
to get ourselves.
Well, and we know our camp.
Oh yeah.
So
Oh, yeah.
even if we can't like see, we know about how far away the pavilion is.
Yeah.
It might take us an extra 10-15 minutes to get there if we go the wrong way at some point, but
Yeah.
do you do anything, or are you just gonna be out there tonight? Like, an hour passes and it is still raining.
Well, we've established that there is a river coming into the lake, so I'm assuming there's a river coming out of the lake, so once he gets to the mouth and starts hitting things, he will climb out of the water and try to find his way back from there.
I feel like if
Well, when you're in water and you can't see land, the most sensible thing to do is just float.
Yeah.
I
If
feel
you
like
would know that.
as soon as Luca is aware that you are not around, he like will look at the schedule, be like, okay,
Yeah.
Joe doesn't have any kids right now.
He's probably swimming.
He's probably in the lake, and Luca will make his way to the lake and start yelling. Absolutely will do that.
I'm not there because I'm worried about you, but I'm gonna go with Luca.
I'm going to be alone at the pavilion.
Gonna hang out with the kids.
You stay with it. I feel like Luca will probably be like, children, stay with the children in the bunks. Like,
Yes.
you will be in the bunks. It is dry.
Yep.
Keep them calm.
Play
a
cards or
game,
something.
Like,
Just board
just,
games in the cupboard.
yes.
Yep.
You entertain the babies
Yeah.
while we
Bertha is absolutely like,
handle this.
handling the kids.
And Oakley and I will come hunting for you.
She
I'm
has
just gonna hold
probably
the
like
umbrella.
distributed like cards and board games to the kids because it's not really her thing, like that sort
Right.
of thing. And then would plant herself in front of like the door, like the heavy metal door, so just it doesn't move.
Stalwart.
Like it's almost uncanny, but like the older kids are like, yeah, that's just Birdie.
That's just how she is.
Any
That's
of
just
the
Birdie.
repeat campers.
Yeah, any of the repeat campers are like, oh yeah, that's just Birdie. To like the new campers who are like, why isn't she moving? Yeah, that's just Birdie. Like, it's fine.
What does Joe do when we arrive and start yelling?
It depends. How big is the lake?
I don't know. How big is the lake? You're the
I don't
lifeguard.
know.
I don't have the lake. It doesn't say that I'm allowed to like use the lake.
You don't start with the lake. Where's the...
But we are past the point of starting, so to speak.
And also, like, I feel like you can give slight detail like that to the lake. The character sheet is a little bit more, or the setting element.
Mountain lake.
Yeah, I feel like it's a fairly, your fairly average, like, smaller cauldron lake.
Not very wide, but very deep.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I would add, yeah.
So like a
Nice
mile
clear water.
diameter total or smaller?
Huh?
Like a mile diameter or smaller?
Believe it or not, most lakes are not that big.
I know. That's why I'm
Probably smaller than that.
smaller than half a mile.
No, I'd say somewhere between half a mile and mile.
Okay.
Can you hear someone over that distance?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And rain though? Because rain really muffles sound.
Well, rain that loud. Roll for it.
Luca will go out on the dock and start yelling. Depends on how far out you are, I guess.
Yeah, that's what like. Mm-hmm. No, I do not hear you.
Luca's gonna keep yelling.
Until you can hear him.
Yep. Luca is yelling. Starts throwing rocks. Because maybe you'll hear the plunking.
Luca's just getting the plunking in the rain.
Well, a stone hitting the water is very different from
But
rain hitting
sheets
water.
of rain.
Yeah.
So loud.
When
right
you
now.
take into account like how much water is hitting the water, a stone.
Well,
Like, by all means,
Luca's
throw-
Luca's guessing. Luca's trying to figure out. He doesn't want you to fucking drown.
I'm not gonna drown. I might just end up a mile away.
That's also not ideal. We have children. We have children to watch. We have children to handle. Also, being alone out there is bad because there's a creature.
We do have a buddy system for a reason. Yeah. Not that I care.
Yeah, me and you were just
Not
like,
that I care.
we are the worst violators of the buddy
Deeply
system.
yandere.
We're just out there doing our
Sitting.
thing. You love the woods, I love the lake.
It wasn't meant to be. You're just so fucking loud.
And wet.
And then, like, Oakley's got the old woods vibe where
Yeah.
it's just like you walk in and it's like, oh my god, I think I heard a chipmunk half a mile away.
Ugh.
Yeah, Luca will start tossing stones. Maybe they'll land close enough to you. Who knows? I don't know how far out you are. I don't know where you are. There's so much rain I can't see anything.
So I'm figuring the water is coming from that direction and going this direction, so he'll probably end up floating that
That's
way.
toward the cliff.
Like I said, there's a mouth to the little river. He should figure that out before he gets to whatever waterfall
I
is
feel
probably
like
there.
There's probably a man-made barrier also.
I would
Probably.
guess.
If this is
They're
the
like
campsite.
probably like buoys or something.
There's, yeah,
A
there,
net.
Probably not
a grate, perhaps.
fish.
This would be off of a cliff, though.
Maybe like a dam.
Because we have the cliff right here. Remember, the lake's in
Yeah.
a weird spot. Or is it like,
Unless the cliff is on the other end
yeah,
like side
if,
of
if the
effectively
water's
a
going
mountain.
that way?
Because if it's a cauldron lake, usually there's some kind of like build up
True,
around
yeah.
the lake. So you probably won't hit an actual cliff. You'll
So
probably
there's
hit
probably,
the river
like-
mouth, and then the river mouth will go through between two
Yeah.
sort of humps of mountain.
So it'll carry you toward that edge more.
Yeah. So I'll figure it out before I get to the waterfall. For sure.
Are we going to be able to reach you, do you think? Or is this going to be after enough hours, Oakley's going to be like, all right, he'll come back or he won't. We need to go back. We have children to care for.
Yeah.
It's probably going to take him a couple hours at least to get to the edge, and then he's going to spend another couple hours getting back.
At least if you find the cliffside, you can...
Yeah.
Follow
Yeah,
it.
well, like, once he gets to the edge of the, like,
Yeah.
gets to the river mouth, he'll be able to find it easy, because either
Yeah.
A, like you said, he can follow the cliff, or B, he can just follow the edge of
Yeah.
the lake back.
And then...
Yeah.
Yeah.
So Joe just does kind of float back home.
Yeah.
He does.
Do you float back in at like 3 a.m, covered in mud, like a fucking swamp monster,
Probably.
loudly in the middle of the night?
Oh God, Luke will cry.
Yes.
And I'm just... Birdie is just, like, guarding the door.
So yeah, it's
No one
probably
is-
pretty late when he gets back. Probably like
Okay.
midnight, 2 a.m.
So we probably do like dinner in the bunks and do
Yeah.
like
Luca
a...
gets everybody dried off, get everybody settled. Like,
I'm sure that since this is a fabulously rich thing that all of the bunks have bathrooms
Oh,
as
I'm
well.
sure.
And
Yeah. The bunk is
with
probably
actual functioning water heaters.
Yeah.
It probably isn't even like it might be 2 bunks technically separated by like sex and or gender, but
Yeah.
the building is probably huge and they're connected,
Yeah.
and it's just that building for the bunks. It's not like multiple cabins.
Yeah.
Is what I would assume.
It's like one building, but some of the rooms have like for 2 campers or 4 campers, but then
You are literally
have the different
describing
wings.
barracks right now.
well, that's what. Remember, this might have been an old military
Yeah,
base.
like, you are literally describing barracks right now.
Yep. Just some very nice barracks.
So the way it is, you got 2 rooms that are side by side. You have either 2 or 4 bunks in each one, and then they're connected by 1 bathroom in between the 2. So like 4 to 8 people will share 1 bathroom.
God.
This is probably like 2 to 4, since this
Yeah.
is fabulously wealthy, and the Lindworm might kill them if they're here.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yep. I don't imagine we have like a gigantic number of kids either.
No.
Any given
Probably
year.
a max of 15
Yeah.
Yeah.
per camp group.
Uh-huh.
So move through
Plenty of
45, 60 kids, because I'm sure it's not a full 15 or whatever.
Yeah.
Unless that's the required minimum for the Lindworm.
Yeah.
Then it is 15.
That it is 15 children. every
Actually,
time.
it is 15, because we figured out down to the foot how far we can be from the entrance.
That's right. So we have we're like, how
This
few
is-
children can we allow into the camp? That's our maximum number. Yeah. Yep, that makes sense. 15 kids, every group is only 15. I like that.
Birdie's usually standing guard. Like, she'll be at one part of the bunks, and then next thing you know, she's at another part of the bunk, and then...
There's actually multiple birdies.
God.
What if this also stages? So, like, the first week is our youngest campers, so then next week will be, like, our 16 to 18 group, where some of them might be counselors in training.
I have established that there is a 16-year-old in this group. So, yeah. If this is our
But,
third
like,
of
maybe
4.
this one's just under, like, whatever the arbitrary date.
Yeah.
Kind of like,
birth date.
yeah, kind of like high schoolers and graduating at weird ages.
Yeah. I turned 18 and I graduated the next day.
I
God.
graduated when I was 17.
So did I.
I graduated when I was 18.
Yeah, because you and I have similar birthdays.
Yeah.
Literally the day before graduation, I
God.
turned 18.
You're
It
like,
was
"Birthday."
like, you're 18, get out.
Get out, leave.
You're an adult now, go. And it's like, okay.
See you later.
Yeah, so this one's the kid that had the weird birth month for.
This group.
Lily.
Okay.
She's the older one.
Yeah, she just, I don't know, her birthday's at a weird time. She should have been with the 16 plus group because she's 16, but she's here.
She's here.
Or maybe there were 16 of the 16 plus group and they went, no, too many.
They had to scoot
Yeah.
somebody into
So they just
the...
grabbed whoever was youngest by birthday and moved them to the previous group.
Yep.
I don't imagine there's a wait list to come here.
Probably not.
I feel like there's like a high school camp lottery for all of the different cryptids that have required participation. And part of that is you go spin your lot for the year.
Yep.
This
Hopefully
year,
you don't die.
Yep. This one's actually not too bad of a one to get. Because
Yeah.
it's not active every year.
Yeah. Sometimes it's fine.
And besides, campers haven't died in a while, the staff, but who cares about them, right?
Who cares about them? Most people
Not
don't even
that anybody can
remember.
remember, yeah. Yeah, and if any campers die, you know, when the parents come, they're like, oh man, we must have taken a wrong turn. We're trying to get to this place. We don't know why we're here.
We don't know.
Yuck.
A mystery.
So yeah, you guys get the kids all bundled up for the night.
Yeah, it's probably by lights out that you, past lights out that you would come in.
Yep, just covered in like mud from like the mid chest all the way down to his feet, and he just looks exhausted.
God.
Do we all share a bunk?
We're
Probably.
probably at the start of the bunks. Like,
Okay.
we are all in the same building as the rest of the bunks, and we come, like, our section comes first, and then there's another door to all of the kids, is what I would
Okay.
think. You know?
Mm-hmm.
That way we are in between the kids and the Lindworm.
Yep.
So you
Busts
come
through
in
the
and
back.
Luca is like, startled. Hears the door open and panics. Immediately.
Was one of the kids leaving?
Oh no, he was afraid of somebody coming in.
Oh, okay.
Like, he's
Lindworm.
definitely spooked by suddenly the door opening and you, a mud creature, lurking into the boat.
Lurching in, probably
Yeah, like-
groaning in exhaustion.
Yes.
Do the creatures that are like here, not including Lindworm, follow like hospitality rules?
I don't know.
I don't know. Do
Some
we
of
have
them
one
might.
of those?
Hospitality rules are generally fairly,
Common at cryptid parks.
yeah.
Just, this is our camper for the night.
God. Some of them, anyway. Like in Goat Valley. Some of them follow hospitality rules, some of them don't.
Yeah.
Yeah, when
They have their own rules.
Bertha hears Luca just go, "Huh!" She just like appears like ready to like fight and then sees it's Joe and goes, ah, yes, friend, you are safe.
Wet mud
Yeah.
all over you.
I need a shower.
Yes,
you do.
that is a good idea. Yes.
I need a shower.
And then she like twitches.
I'm glad you're
It's a little
safe,
weird.
Joe.
Why don't you go back to your charging platform, Birdie?
Charging platform. That is a joke. Ha ha. I
It
do not
is.
have one of those.
You
Ha ha.
sound like an Ace Attorney character.
A what?
An Ace Attorney character. You're fucking my whole life up. It's very funny.
Which one?
I don't know. That's
the cadence.
That's the energy that I'm receiving is an Ace Attorney character. Like, you know how like when like the animations when like Godot laughs
Yeah, I
and
love Godot.
he's like ha ha ha, like that's the animation.
That's kind of the vibe I'm going is Godot, just without the coffee
I don't
addiction.
know how I feel about it yet.
Just without the coffee addiction.
I feel like ever since Joe became a counselor, Oakley does not sleep in the room.
Oh, where do you sleep?
Not in the room.
In the
Well, there's
hallway.
probably
We've swapped. I'm
still-
sure there's multiple.
Yeah, there's
I bet
probably
it's just like the kids'
Uh-huh.
bunks where it's like two people on each side or
Yeah,
whatever.
like Oakley sleeps in a room by himself. He does not do roommates, not with the temporary staff, not
with how long you've been here, that is probably a thing that we've all just been like, Oakley gets his own room.
Yep.
Yeah.
Oakley gets his own room. Oakley is sleeping through this.
Yes.
Joe looks like Swamp Thing, says Taryn.
Yep. Joe or Luca is like, I'm glad you're safe, Joe.
Do you think one of the campers maybe might have woke up?
Oh, I don't know.
this has probably got pretty thick walls.
Yeah. Thick walls, thick door. They're probably fine. Luca didn't scream. Luca just did a startle.
It's probably got one of those giant metal like
Oh, I'm sure it's like a twist
isolation
lock.
doors.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh,
sure
like
it is
one
a
of
big metal
the
twist
big navy
Yes.
Yeah.
bulkhead doors.
Yes, it's a bulkhead.
They have
That's
to have,
fucking
they always have
amazing.
Bertha have to let the campers out.
Good night, kids! Sealing the boys and girls into their separate bulkheads.
I feel like it's probably one big bulkhead. There's probably two. There's the main door, and then our bunks, and then another bulkhead door, and then the kids' bunks.
Yep.
And then each of them has like a regular people door for their rooms.
Yeah.
That's what I would assume. We just don't want them to be able to, like, get out. So
Yeah.
I think we control the bulkhead.
Yeah.
Like, the one
Oh yeah,
separating.
no, I mean like when it's bedtime, like if the camp security for making sure that kids aren't hooking up at camp, like if they have their separate ones, it's like, all right, good night, everybody. Remember, if you need to use the bathroom, use your walkie-talkie.
Yeah.
Good night!
All right, fellas, your turn.
God. Jesus Christ. That's funny.
Have to walkie a camp counselor so that they can come unseal you so you can use the
Unseal you.
bathroom.
God.
Well, the bathrooms are probably like part of their rooms.
Oh, true.
Yeah, probably.
That's what I would expect.
Yeah. I think there's the girls' bathrooms and then the boys in their
Well,
respective areas.
like we were saying, there's probably like several bathrooms in their like. So you have like
I would anticipate that the normal people doors between rooms auto lock. I mean, it's a fancy place.
Yeah, true.
You know, I assume is when we close
It's
them.
just got a gentle little auto.
Yeah, just a little auto lock.
Make sure that the kids aren't up sneaking around in very dangerous country by a cliff edge near a forest with a man hunting them.
this is how barracks rooms are set up. So you've got bedroom, and then the middle part here is the bathroom, and then they can go in from either side of the bathroom here.
Yeah. And I feel like there's a line of them on one side of these for the boys.
Yep.
That's
And then a line
college
for the
dorm.
girls.
Yeah, that is
Oh, is
also-
that a college dorm too?
Yeah. It is.
Except usually it's a hallway,
Oh, yeah.
like style bathroom, so that they can.
Yep. That's what I would anticipate. One of those on one side for the boys, or a line of those on one side for the boys. And then
four
the
people share a bathroom.
yeah, and then a big long hallway in the middle with the normal people doors, and then those just when we close them at
Yeah.
night.
And then some dorms have the
Auto-lock.
big communal like showers. That was some of the floors at MSU have that, and they actually had to post a sign telling the guys to stop jacking off in the shower because they had clogged the drains.
Jesus Christ. Cursed evil. Use a tissue like in your bed with like everybody else. Stop. 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 Gross.
2009, wild year.
Wild
Yes, we
times.
should probably get some sleep.
Shower first. He just vanishes into the bathroom.
Bye.
Getting dressed wet after his shower to get in bed.
God. Damn. Always.
No, even worse. He doesn't towel off and just climbs into bed.
Are you naked?
Yes.
Evil. Who shares a room with who? You don't share a room.
Do not.
So you have your own room. Do you share a room with me? Cursed. Luca's just like,
This was cute and quirky when we were dating. Now it's weird.
now it's strange.
No, he just puts on another wetsuit before climbing into bed.
Are you a never nude?
A never nude? You wear a wetsuit into the shower.
No.
God. Ridiculous. Luca is so tired.
And Luke is like, I just have to keep doing this or die. These are my actual
These are my
only options.
literal options. This is it. This is what I got.
Everything's fine, but I gotta do this for a month or two every year.
He's so tired. He is so tired. Into bed.
Yes.
We get the rest of our sleep. Mm-hmm. The kids are fine. The kids are not traumatized.
Nope, just water.
Should we have been doing anything with the thread?
Not yet.
Okay.
We haven't really had any connection
Okay.
yet. I don't think.
Yeah, no, it's just rain. That's all we've got. Not
Oh,
really-
right, it's Lindworm cards, right?
Well, we can connect. We can connect based on other things too, but the so far we haven't really had any actual connecting threads.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Okay.
We gotta do some more lindworm stuff.
Do we want to have a nighttime lindworm?
We could.
I invite the lindworm.
Alright.
Big double lindworm night.
Double. We did say it was too quiet.
Yeah.
We did. And then it's like, oh, it's raining. It's fine. It's not fine.
It's not fine.
Wonder is passed out on the floor over here.
Oh wait, I have my glasses off. I can't see it. I'll have to look after the lindworm moves.
I just visored myself this time. What is that sound?
I don't know.
Me chomping on the end of the hookah hose?
Sorry, Wanda.
Scare you? Did I scare you?
What does the lindworm want from me? Perhaps a birdie has been chosen. Perhaps it is Joe. Maybe your swamp monster get up was enough to entice the lindworm.
Maybe the mud was the lindworm. It was just encasing me.
Alright.
Oh shit!
Oh shit.
It is me! What is the 8 of diamonds?
Sudden pain, sharp unease, coyotes howling in the darkness.
Well, it's just still sheets of rain like this.
Is it all of those, or do we just...
That's just what the description of the card is. We get to interpret. Or I guess you do, since it's in front of you.
Yeah, what happened?
What did you experience?
I kind of like the coyotes howling. They don't really howl, do they? They more like...
Bark.
It's kind of a howl.
It's kind of a scream.
It's a lot like just screaming.
I used to think that they were like babies yelling in the night, and it was horrible. Them and like deer. I used to hear when I was a kid that deer would wander through the backyard, and there was one night where I think it was a baby deer that got separated or something and was just yelling, and it sounded like a baby screaming, and I was like, what's happening? Horrible. Woke me up in the middle of the night.
My woke up in the middle of the night was a raccoon killing a nest of baby bunnies underneath my bedroom window.
Awful.
Yeah. I was like, oh my god. Like, I'm stumbling outside. There's a raccoon with a rabbit head.
And you're like, why?
I was like, I'm going back to bed now.
Back to bed. Good night.
Yeah, I did.
So coyotes?
Coyotes.
Is this linked with anything?
Yeah,
Are you in pain from your lake adventure?
Maybe.
Do you experience anything?
That's what I was thinking, is maybe, some kind of pain, but I don't know what kind.
Shoulder pain.
Sudden pain also. Is
Or
what it
like
says.
back pain.
Oh. This is happening when you're going to go take a shower?
Could be.
What if it's everywhere that the water hits that the mud touched? Like-
Washing off the mud hurts.
Yeah, like
Oh,
that
yeah.
as soon as the water touches the skin, that it just like, it's like a
It, like,
bad
stings.
sunburn
Oof.
everywhere that the mud touched. Or something like that.
We'll make it weird.
Okay.
Okay.
So, Joe gets in the shower, starts washing off the mud, and like as soon as the water hits the mud, and he like makes a big yelp of surprise, and like you can definitely hear it through the bathroom door, and like just as that happens, you start hearing coyotes screaming outside.
Evil.
I like it. I like it.
Oh no. Yeah, Luca will probably get up and like knock on the door like, hey, you okay?
Yup.
Are you sure?
No.
Do I need to come in?
No. I'm coming in,
Are
friend.
you hurt?
Birdie, stay out! No, yeah, the mud hurts.
The mud hurts?
Yep.
What does that mean?
It hurts.
Okay, well,
Feels like windburn.
okay. Okay, well, finish washing up, and when you come out, I'll look.
Okay.
And
And you hear lots of like uncomfortable.
Luca's very stressed. He'll pull out
Kind of like have you ever like had like a full body sunburn and you like go to take a
Yes.
shower and like no matter where you wash it hurts.
Yep.
every time I go kayaking, and yet I still go kayaking because I love kayaking.
Sick.
I burn
Very-
so bad, so easy. It does not matter how fucking much sunscreen I put on my body.
I just put the clothes on. I just light
Taryn says leech on the butt.
coveralls.
Leech on the butt.
Or many leeches under mud.
Ooh.
Oh no!
Leeches.
Oh.
Maybe that's what the pain is. He's just like pulling leeches off him while he's in the shower.
Oh no! Oh, that's horrible. Evil. Luca will pull out Luca probably has like 10 first aid kits under his bed.
I wonder if
And
the
nobody
coyotes
knows
will
why.
eat the leeches.
Huh?
I wonder if the coyotes might roll up and eat the leeches when you guys take care of them.
Oh. Crunch.
Get a
You
taste
just like
for
toss
human
them
blood.
out, and then and then we hear the coyotes getting louder, and we're like, "What the fuck is happening?" And then we hear the like,
And they're probably like the big gross leeches that are like this long, and they've been on me for so long. They're probably like little fat sausages.
Oh, have you ever tried to break one of those leeches?
leeches.
Yes.
No.
It's like a rubber band. Like one of the thick rubber bands snapping because they're so muscular.
Uh-huh.
I hate leeches.
I use them for
I actually had that happen when I was younger because my grandma, she owned like 120 acres, but 90 of it was swamp.
Ooh, what are we connecting?
I'm gonna connect the lake and the bunks.
Yeah.
I'm just doing a loop here.
I really like that thread.
If we can avoid cutting it this time,
Yeah.
I will try to.
I was wondering, would it be better if we did your floss?
I don't have a lot that I have like.
I'll bring some. I'll bring some next week.
Yeah, I just have an actual plan for that yarn this season.
We do have a thing of dental floss I can go grab. Just smell minty.
I'll pick a thread.
I'll bring
I
some
just
next
figured
week.
this might be more visible.
Yeah.
Well, the problem is like if we need to make multiple connections, there is not a whole lot of space
Yeah.
on there for more.
That's
I'll
fine.
bring
I
some
have
thin stuff
floss
next week, and we'll just
upstairs.
I was
replace
gonna
it.
say for right now this is fine.
Yeah.
I will browse through and see if I can find some that I
We've
have
also
that are
got,
high visibility.
I
You might have
have like
something in
a.
the sewing kits.
I have a whole guy, like a big, thick, but thin, like the actual thread count
Yeah, I
is very
think
thin.
we've got one too.
Somewhere. Yeah. You gotta find it.
I've got one. I can bring it next week. And we'll just replace it. No big deal. Yeah, Luca probably has like
So
Like-
many.
so many first aid kits under his bed, and nobody really knows why he keeps them under there, because there are also first aid kits everywhere else, like easy
just-
access to first aid kits.
This
Just
probably factors into Luca's issue with self-harm.
Probably.
I'm just imagining like Halo levels of like there's just first aid kits mounted to the wall everywhere.
Everywhere. I am sure they are everywhere, but he will pull out one of those first aid kits and patiently wait for you to be done while listening to your little grunts of pain. And when you come out, he will patch up any leech marks, or if you do have something like wind burn.
Oh my gosh, they have an anticoagulant in their spit, so when he walks out, it's just gonna be blood.
Luca handles it weirdly calmly once you are in
Yeah,
view
so
of
he's
him.
just like, I'd say it probably stops where his wetsuit stops.
Yeah.
But like from like mid thigh all the way down is just like bright red skin and then blood because of the leeches.
Yep.
Like, yeah.
God. Yeah.
Get him on your arms too.
No, because when he was wading out of the river, it was like one of those things where you could
Okay.
like
Okay.
Yeah. Definitely.
you
a
keep
leg.
your hands above it so you can use them for balance.
How's the leech bite on the bottom of the foot?
Oh, but yeah, what I was saying earlier, I had that happen when I was at my grandmother's. I stepped into the swamp on accident, and in like 10 seconds between me getting my foot in the swamp and me getting my foot unstuck, I had like 6 leeches
Blech.
on just above my shoe.
God.
Bad.
I have had one leech in my life, and I caught it fast enough that it didn't actually latch onto me, and I screamed and slapped it, like
Yes.
slap chopped it off of me, and I was like, I'm getting out of the water right now, and then I
Yep.
did not touch the water for the
Yeah,
rest
I've
of
had
it.
that happen too. It was like trying to latch on. So it was like stuck, but it hadn't bitten.
I
It was in the Platte
had
River.
a great time with the non-biting bait leeches
Yeah,
that
same.
would just suction. I had a great time just sticking my hand in there, and then they would all just suck up, and then they'd...
Evil.
Yep.
I hate those.
But they didn't have teeth, so, you know, you just
They
kind
just
of...
dangle.
Yeah, they'd just
I
hang
hate
out.
them. They're so weird looking.
Yeah, I use them for bass fishing. They're great.
Yeah,
Because
I
the
like
little
looking at
fish
them.
can't get them because they're too big.
I've never encountered one in the wild, though.
Yeah, I have.
Evil. I hate them. Anyway, I do handle it like a champ. I pull out like a nice clean like a plastic sheet from the first aid kit, lay it on the bed, tell you to sit, and then I will patch up your horrible leech bitten legs.
And it sucks because like the best way to like cover those is obviously going to be like medical tape and gauze, but like it's also wind burnt skin, so changing those out is going to be
Yeah. Luca's very gentle. He's as gentle as he can be.
note to self. There are leeches in the river.
That is
that
very
what you-
unfortunate and why I do not go in the water. One of many
Why
reasons.
are you in our room again?
I heard pain and I wanted to make sure friend was okay.
I heard pain. I got it.
We're good.
Okay,
I got
have a good night.
Go get some rest, Birdie.
And she,
We
like-
have to worry about the kids tomorrow.
Like marches out.
Go find wherever your charger is.
I do not have a charger. What does that even mean?
I'm definitely not a robot.
I am definitely not a robot. Definitely not a robot.
No one's physically witnessed Birdie sleeping.
God. Yeah, you just keep showing up in our room.
Exactly. It's really funny. It's part of her strangeness. She just appears, kind of like Oakley does. But she's less quiet
Especially
about it.
considering you are presumably on the other side of the,
Exactly.
the hallway.
She's
Like,
with the new, like, campers or the new people.
And any of the other, like, female counselors.
Yeah.
yeah, it's probably separated in
Yeah.
Because they
Gender
probably
identity.
have the back door.
yeah.
So they,
Because I would...
Joe fucks with them by bouncing back and forth between the two sides.
You just happened to be in a room with me this year
Uh-huh.
or this round. God. Yeah, Luca will take care of your sad legs. Sad boy legs. Do you have a wetsuit pants? That might help at least with, tomorrow dealing with the kids.
Yeah, I've got one that goes down to my ankles. It's a little warm though. It'll be alright.
Sit in the water.
Huh?
Sit in the water.
Well, I also don't want to scare the kids. You showing up with all of the bandages on your legs. It's probably not. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I'll wear. I got something.
Okay. Cool.
I'm gonna go to sleep now.
Good idea.
Just flops into bed, and just goes to sleep.
Luca probably makes sure that whatever wind-shaped skin that is visible and not underneath a bandage is also covered in some kind of like soothing
Goo.
goo. Aloe.
Goo.
Speaking of it being too warm, Luca definitely wears exclusively long sleeves and exclusively pants. Nobody has ever seen. He does not do water, and he does not wear short sleeves ever.
I'm wearing a waistcoat at a summer camp.
I
I'm not
love
gonna
it.
judge you.
The vibes. It's like as if a Zero ran a fucking summer camp.
Birdie has like fully matching PJs and a sleep cap. Like, what are the like?
This is just a cartoon character you've made. I'm trying to
Does
go
she have
up.
matching slippers?
Yes.
Yes.
She has bunny slippers.
It's very funny that you were like, I'm gonna do the opposite of what I did last time. And like
Immediately did it.
immediately well not the
Not
opposite.
the same.
Not
the-
fully.
It's not the same as last time, but it is similarly cartoonish.
Just a different cartoon.
Just a different type
So,
of
do you wear
cartoonish.
the pajamas always?
No.
Okay.
She's usually in tracksuits.
Okay.
Like athletic,
Matching.
like tracksuits
Like
or
It's a
athletic.
fluid
wear.
outfit.
circa
either way.
2007.
Ridiculous.
She's like usually out running around in the field with the kids, so she's probably dressed appropriately for that.
Yeah.
Sporty track suit shorts for the hot days.
Yeah, exactly.
She's like a not stoic version of the one character from Camp Cretaceous.
I don't know what that is.
Camp Cretaceous?
Yeah.
It's like if it's basically
Totally didn't just make art about this.
what? No, what did you
Taryn
say?
said totally didn't just make art of this.
About what?
Delightful.
Oh, it's good.
It's
Make
an
art
art.
of
Post
what?
it.
Oh, he says it's an art.
Yeah, of what?
I'm going to art right now.
It's just-
Discord. I want to see.
Yes!
Taryn, I love it.
I love it so much.
Oh my
How
god.
did you get that done so fast? What the fuck?
Powerful.
It's so cute. Yes, friend, good. Shower now.
Ridiculous.
It's so cute. I love it.
Okay.
I love it so much.
Oh, no, I accident Twitch.
Oh, that's very, very funny.
Thank you so much.
Thank you for this gift. The #1 shirt is like amazing. Cause she would wear that.
Oh, bless.
Bless. You have blessed us with good content.
Ridiculous.
I feel like nobody has ever woken up before Oakley.
Yeah.
Because he sleeps through the night. He's like, I'm going to bed now, and then he
And
goes
then
to
you
his
are
room and he
asleep.
goes to bed.
Yes, you are asleep.
And like every morning for the pavilion, like he's already there, like has almost finished his breakfast by the time anybody is stumbling in.
Yep.
Not entirely convinced that he doesn't make his own breakfast.
Yeah. Luca has like full dark circles under his eyes when he walks in.
And so does Joe. They both look like they both look exhausted.
Oh dear, are you two dating again?
No, Oakley.
Thank you.
I have an energizing protein drink for such a thing. Let me grab it for you.
I'm good, Birdie. Thank you.
If it's that weird mixed stuff that you brought last year,
No, it's got fruits.
I'll give it a
It is
shot.
like smoothie, fruits. And it should be light
takes a
on
drink of it and
stomach.
goes, it's actually not bad.
I'm good, thank you. No.
What happened?
Pretty please?
Leeches.
Leeches.
So there are leeches in the river.
Ew.
And I had, what would you say, 20, 30 of them?
at least.
On my
Gross.
legs.
Oh dear.
Speaking of
And
which,
some
Joe
kind
is
of-
Joe is wearing like leggings that go all the way down to his ankles, but then he's got a pair of like swim trunks over top of them.
Love that look.
And
Love that look for Joe.
And then he's got like a like an Under Armour shirt on.
Oh my god, he's wearing a shirt?
Yeah.
Wow. I'm impressed.
Well, it's still like, so the wetsuit, like he normally has the one piece, but obviously he can't like pulling something up over his legs like that would be very painful. So he just has the leggings and then he's got like an Under Armour shirt on.
Love that.
So it's still very form-fitting, but
Love it. It's a good look. A good look for Joe.
Hi, Wonder. Hi, sweetie. Hi, baby.
What happened?
Wonder Butt.
Joe came in and was covered in yuck. And then
Very muddy.
when he went and showered, we heard pain, and there was...
I don't know how you heard it.
How did you track mud in even in that much rain?
I have an extraordinary talent just for irritating people.
Well, it's a good thing they always keep this place clean.
Yeah, it was clean when I got up this morning.
Always is.
It was very nice.
Oh, and there were coyotes fairly close to camp too.
Yeah, that
so-
sure did happen.
Oh,
You made a noise and then suddenly it was coyotes screaming.
Yeah, so when you go out to the woods, keep an eye out for tracks.
there was a rumor when I was growing up that if you walked together with your friends around the edge and peed, that coyotes wouldn't come because they knew that people were there.
Yeah, I'm not gonna go pee around the edge.
Okay.
That is fair.
I also
I'll
don't
start.
know. I'll start!
I'm so glad we broke up.
That is good initiative, Oakley.
I love
I'll
it.
start by the lake. So that
Do
they don't
not piss near the lake. Do not.
But Oakley is taking
No.
a good initiative. To
Don't
the
you piss
problem.
near the lake either.
Never.
Is it because you can't?
I am afraid of water. I will not go near the lake.
Luke is like,
gonna take
this
a
is
nap.
why I can't trust any of them.
We will keep a closer eye on the students,
Students.
the campers, to make sure they do not become
Oh
injured.
man. What if we did a My Hero Academia version of this? Oh my god.
Vox can just play
The
iPhone.
students.
The students.
The students.
Sorry. Yeah.
So
please
afraid of
go
water
on.
they don't even pee.
They have just efficiently maintained their body where they don't need to get rid of water.
She's that athletic.
When you yell after him not to pee by the lake, Oakley just kind of raises his hand as he keeps walking.
He's gonna piss near the lake. You piss near the lake, I'm gonna piss on your ropes.
Ah, yes, we should make sure we do our morning exercises as well.
I will not be partaking in morning exercises. Thank you, though. You can do mine for me.
Okay, sounds great.
Me too.
Okay. She's wearing yoga pants today.
Oh, we've swapped. We've done an outfit change.
Yeah, she is wearing like yoga pants and sensible shoes and a tank top.
It is still raining, by the way.
It is still raining.
She is doing her stretches in the pavilion and is refusing to go any closer to the water. It is just like in the middle of the pavilion.
Did anyone see her walk, like, from the bunks into the pavilion? Like, do you have secret tunnels? Is that part of, like, your whole robot thing?
I am not a robot.
Called an umbrella.
She points at an umbrella.
Oh.
It's got like weight, like the print on the umbrella is like rainbowy,
barbells.
like rainbows, and like there are barbells.
Where did you find that?
just a
It was a gift from one of the campers last year. Actually, no, and she stops and thinks, Richard got it for me. It was very kind of him. He brought it with him this year.
What a little dick.
Flips through his notebook. Oh yeah, okay. Puts his head back down. He's so tired.
When the campers get there and they have eaten, Bertha has led some of them into morning stretches in the pavilion as well. Like, enthusiastically. And, like, if she sees they are stretching wrong, she is, like, gently correcting their form.
Luca breaks out the raincoats.
Yes, good idea.
You're gonna have to take them out. I know you hate this, but you're gonna have to
She
take them
doesn't,
out.
she, like, twitches.
I know.
I will
Tried to
figure
make
it
her
out.
Short circuit.
That's what the raincoat's for.
I will figure it out. It will be okay.
You will also get a raincoat.
Thank you.
You're
I
welcome.
appreciate it, Luca.
Do they
Yeah.
make raincoats that big? Do we need to like sew two of them together?
I'm sure we have one that is
Frankencoat.
innocuously sized, like just correctly for.
Well, that or she's a regular staff member.
She is,
And we're
you know.
fabulously wealthy.
and
The handle.
They've
Terrence
definitely,
says
like-
the handle is just a dumb well that she lives in. Yes, I'm keeping that.
So it's got a double on it, but she just like is doing fucking chest raises while she's out with her
She
umbrella.
switches out the handle to a kettlebell sometimes. Oakley did leave in
Yeah.
the rain.
Oh yeah, oh yeah.
Fully.
Luca was like, bye.
Have a good day.
Luca has children to handle now.
Even though we are 100% not doing ropes, and
Yeah.
I am 100% breaking the buddy system.
Yep.
I'm gonna go
As
hang out this way.
Is that the secret path? Is that the woods?
That's where the oldest cabins were.
That's right.
as Bertha leads her group of campers for that morning, you just hear like her yelling 1, 2, 3, and then the kids in like unison with her yelling 1, 2, 3, like just throughout the camp. Like all with umbrellas doing this. Like they've started like mimicking her like movements for whatever reason. Like partially because they're teenagers and teenagers are kind of assholes, but there are like two, probably Richard and Polly, who are just as enthusiastic as her. And just excited for life.
Yeah, you did say that they had high vitality.
Everybody in cute little bright ass like neon reflective raincoats.
Yeah, with extra reflective that Luca has probably sewn on himself.
No.
Why does
they
Birdie
came
remind me
that
of
way.
the boulder from Avatar?
That's the voice. It's the boulder.
I didn't realize you're right now.
The boulder is conflicted.
Yeah, the only thing you're missing is you saying Birdie or instead of I every
Yeah,
time.
and speaking and not speaking in third person. I
I
almost
would appreciate
refuse.
if you do not.
I do not want to.
There are very few characters that I enjoy speaking in third person.
The boulder doesn't show up often enough for it to get annoying.
Yeah, exactly.
And Kimari doesn't talk enough for it to get annoying.
It's like okay.
Boulder doesn't show up often. Like, he just comes over once a month to hang.
Well, he's in like 2 episodes. He's in exactly 2 episodes, and he has maybe 10 lines total in the entire show. So he's just not around often enough for me to be like, okay, this is wearing very thin now.
I like
that
the
would be like-
implication that there are people that the boulder comes around a lot more for when they watch Avatar.
Oh. Somebody else is just watching a different show than me. God, where the
Well,
boulder is just around.
Yeah.
They did prove that the universe isn't locally real.
Yeah.
Well, I'm living in a different timeline. The boulder just doesn't appear often enough for me.
Birdie has decided that since it is wet and rainy and muddy and gross out, that to tug of war is the best idea for the kids to do.
Yeah.
Good old tug of war.
Yeah.
Luca is wandering, supervising in his little raincoat.
Yeah.
Frequently with his little notepad out, taking notes. Probably like kind of holds his umbrella awkwardly while he writes things down.
We should really get Luca an oversized umbrella hat.
God, he would not wear that. He has some standards, not very many, but there are some. He has about this much dignity left, about that much.
And
An
it's
umbrella
reserved-
hat would just take it to the, and then he would just go and drown himself in the lake.
I mean, he is the edgy goth of the summer camp counselors.
Like, and is constantly looking at Joe and is going, I am this close to hitting you.
this close.
But your fingers are touching exactly. Did you dig?
Luke is very tired today. Very, very tired today. Is especially particular about the schedule today.
Mm-hmm.
Is probably being a little bit annoying about it.
It does not affect Birdie at all.
Nothing affects Birdie,
No.
so
Very little affects Birdie.
yeah.
She just kind of goes with it. Like,
He's
Luca's the
definitely-
boss, so...
Definitely being kind of a shit to the junior counselors and the newer ones. He's just being kind of a hard ass.
What's Tony doing?
Tony,
What is
question
Tony
marks.
doing? I don't know what Tony's doing. I guess it depends. Is Tony particularly attached to any one of us?
I don't know. Would it make sense for them to be? Because this is the one that we're setting up to where if they might become real at some point during
Right.
this.
Maybe he just kind of bounces back and forth to all of us.
Are they a bit more fun? Are they a bit more free-spirited? In which case they would probably be engaging a little bit more. If they are a little bit more stoic, they would probably be trying to help me not kill anyone.
What if right now the character trait is that they're just trying to get us to remember their fucking name? Like, if that's kind of where they're at, because if they're close enough to becoming real for us,
Yeah.
like this, we're going on like year 5 of this.
Yeah. He has come. They have come back every single year, and none of us ever remember.
Yeah. And
Even like a day to day, we are barely recognizing this human being.
and it's like, I've worked here. It's Tony. It's Tony.
It's Tony.
Like, if that's the trait, is like they're going out of their way to be involved with us because they just want us
To remember.
to greet them.
Yes.
At this point.
Yes. Luca might end up giving them a name tag. Like, Luca would get so frustrated that he, like, because he is already, like,
Keyed up.
Keyed up.
This is
Keyed the fuck up.
This is
This-
where your name tags become a thing.
Yes, this young man is like, it's Tony, and like takes a tone with Luca. Luca will be like, I'm getting name tags, and just leaves. Goes to find
Gets
the
a
crafter.
maker.
Yes, goes to the crafter and is like, I need name tags right now, right now. And the crafter is like, yeah, sure.
Too hard to take.
Luca spends like an hour making name tags for everyone, slaps one on his own chest despite, because that's only fair, even though
Yeah.
everyone knows who he is. He slaps his own name tag on his chest, goes to find Tony, and just slaps it on his chest and goes, there, now
The
you'll
kicker.
remember.
The
And
kicker.
then leaves.
Wrong person.
God damn it! It would be the wrong fucking person. That person would be like, I'm not Tony, and Luca would have a fucking meltdown.
Your name is Tony now. You're all
Tony now! You're all Tony! And he just leaves.
Oakley would be like, and we're taking Luca for a walk now. Next time,
Luca goes to stack cairns.
let's go touch rocks.
Hot rocks.
time of day for it. I know you like when they're warm.
Luca looks about ready to blow a gasket.
My name is Tony. I've been here for years. Yeah, Chip, I need you to work on the kids. It's Tony.
It's my sister with Grogu. I just call him a different name every time. I just guess a name and go with it and speak confidently. That's what Luca does. Until this kid takes like a toad with him, and then Luca's like, you know what, fine!
Like, they've all just been dealing with this for between this is the first year to 4 or 5 years.
Yep. I feel like it so infrequently happens that they last more than like 2 years. That, like, of course this kid is getting fussy because he has actually lasted when that's not
He's
super
gone through
normal.
some shit.
Yes, and so
He probably saw our friend die last time.
Probably. And so we're like,
And we're like, who are you again? What do you mean we almost died and you've been doing this since? Who are you?
who are you? I don't remember.
Could you, hey, you, can you help out with the kid?
Question mark.
Jabri.
Jag, Jig, Job.
Timothy and Jimothy.
Timothy and Jimothy. Yep, Luca will absolutely make fucking name tags.
If Luca's here for 10 more years, the roles have assigned names.
Oh yes. Yes.
You're the song leader, your name's Lily.
Your name's Lily now. I don't care that it's actually Karen.
Yeah, I
It's
don't
Lily
care.
now.
Your name is Lily now.
Your name is Lily now.
I don't care, Jonathan. It's Lily this week.
It's Lily this week. I can't keep doing this. Luke absolutely makes name tags and hands them out. Write your fucking name on this. Put it on your chest. He has one. Gives Birdie one. Just walks by, slaps it on Birdie's chest, and leaves.
Birdie looks
Does
down
not
and
say anything.
Birdie looks down, sees it, goes, ah, yes, good idea, good initiative.
If you say initiative to me one more time, Birdie, I am going to jump in the lake.
Affirmative, and then goes back to
Thank
minding
you.
the kids.
This is why I just walk away. This is why I break the buddies.
Look at when Luca runs into you to give you your name tag, he hands it to you gently and goes, we can't remember anybody's names, and this is the only solution I can think of.
Oh. Do
And
you
it's-
think this adhesive will last? And he kind of like is playing with the name tag.
Well, not if you do that. Just put it on your chest and it'll be fine. I'll get metal ones next year.
Even or odd?
Even.
So, you know how some wools just stickers don't stick to it? He's like, oh. And he just puts it on and like immediately it's just like half hanging off.
Luca just crouches.
I rolled a 1. I'm sorry.
Luca just crouches, takes 3 very deep breaths, and goes, I'm gonna go get a safety pin. I'll be back. And he stands up, and he goes towards the bunks.
And like, Oakley is in one of the old cabins. Like, there's, even though it's where the oldest cabins were, like,
Yeah.
this is when they had separate cabins, there's one that he has maintained.
Yes.
And like, it is not
And
necessarily beholden to the cleanliness law.
Yeah. And I feel like it's because Luca and Oakley seem to get along quite well.
Most of the time.
Most of the time. And this is not even Luca being angry at Oakley.
Oh, yeah.
It's just that his plan didn't work and he's stressed. This is
Well,
not
the
Oakley's
thing
fault.
is they that was like one of their traits.
Yeah.
Is that they just can't communicate.
They
with
just
each
have a rough time communicating. But Luca quite likes Oakley. I like to think that they get along quite well. It's just that words are hard.
Usually I can trust you to be reasonable,
Yes.
but sometimes not.
Sometimes
Bertie
Luca
tries
has
so
that
hard to
meltdown.
get along with everybody.
No, Birdie gets along great, just Birdie sometimes does things that you go, okay.
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 Yep.
Yep. Birdie, the thing is, Birdie is a lot.
Yeah, Bertie is a lot.
Birdie is a lot. And
She
Luca
knows
is
she's a
tired.
lot.
Are you cosplaying my dog?
Yeah.
God.
Bertie knows she's a lot, but she does try.
I think that Joe might be indisposed.
Huh?
I think Joe might be indisposed.
I also think Joe might be indisposed. Where did Joe go?
To use the bathroom.
Curious. Luca has gone for longer than necessary to get a safety pin, but does return eventually with the safety pin in tow and the name tag.
I think that Oakley is like dead ass just vibing in the cabin, like reading a book.
Love it. Luca wishes.
Like with an oil lamp. Like,
God.
He's just in here in his like old
Living his best
chair.
Living his best vintage life.
Hanging out.
Wonder.
And he would look up and go, I didn't pee by the lake, by the way.
Oh, good. I'm not going to tell Joe that you didn't pee by the lake.
I
Because I
appreciate
think it's
that.
funny when he loses his fucking mind.
If he would do it slightly more quietly, I would agree.
You're not wrong. You're not wrong. Well, here's this.
Did he actually dry off
Dry off.
last night after the leeches? Or did he get into bed?
Well, so I had to patch him up after the leeches. So there was, he was about as dry as he would get when I was in charge of his legs. So his legs got dry. The rest of him, I don't think is ever dry. I think he just is in a natural state of slight dampness. I don't know how water sticks to his skin so well, but it does. It's just how it is.
Yes.
Yes. The legs got quite dry, though. God.
What if we did a slip and slide?
Slip and slide could be fun.
Since it's not thundering.
Yeah, there's no thunder, there's no lightning. It's just rain.
And he goes to get...
Wonder.
What are you getting into, sir?
Wonder. Hey, come here. Come here. What are you doing? What are you chewing on? Hey, what are you chewing on?
He doesn't have anything anymore.
Yeah, he ate it, whatever it was.
Well, that's alright, probably.
I feel like the only thing over there he could possibly get into is the cat box.
That's what it was.
He's definitely eating a
He
little
is
kitty turd.
absolutely a shit eater.
I'm watching you, Wonder. We're just gonna block that off.
She's not down here right now anyway.
Taryn says all the names wash away in the rain. Lol.
Taryn, no. Luca's so tired, don't. Yeah, I think a slip and slide would be good.
He's going to go get, like, a greased sheet. Like, you know how instead of, like, plastic, like, he's going to err towards something that's way too rustic.
God.
He's gonna be like, oh, about how many of these do you think we'll need? And he, like, opens a cupboard and there's, like, different folded linens.
So I think we can just do, we've got, like, a kiddie pool and, like long plastic tarps. We can just soap them.
Oh. That would be much more convenient. You don't
think
need to
so.
reapply.
Yeah. And the kids, we won't risk, rug burns.
He closes.
Good idea, though, Oakley. Great. Yeah.
And gets
good.
his nice old man umbrella. And
Thanks for helping. I appreciate it. Luca's so tired. Oh god. Does Oakley join Luca in going to find plastic sheets
yeah,
and
he's
the kiddie pool?
yeah, this is him doing one of those things where it's like, I'm just going to exist because eventually Luca is going to need to talk, and he didn't last night.
Yeah.
So he's just kind of waiting, because it's a little bit late in the year for Luca to have not had a little,
I have a moment.
little need to just...
Vent.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
So he's just sort of waiting.
Gently following Luca around a little bit, but giving him enough space. Not pestering.
Yeah.
Not pestering.
Like, if Luca brought his umbrella, he's walking, 2-3 feet behind, oh yes, we're going to go work on the slip and slide. But we're not in a hurry, and we don't necessarily need to talk unless you invite it.
Right.
Following 2.5 feet behind you, lest you ever fall.
God.
My dog
Luca-
every day.
Jesus.
Oh, I think Joe might come back.
Joe
soon.
might return.
I think that Joe will like slip and slide idea.
Yes.
Or the slip and slide will make Joe very sad because currently slip and slide is probably going to be very uncomfortable for Joe.
He'll probably do it anyway.
He does have the leggings. Though I'm sure that would be really great on the gauze.
Yeah.
All of the wet, soapy.
Yeah. Yeah. Wet soapy water just soaking into the gauze. Probably not ideal. We've decided on setting up a slip and slide for the kids while it's still raining. How does Joe feel about that idea? Delightful until you think about
You can't
all
do
that
it.
soapy water on your brand new wounds, soaking into the gauze and sitting on your brand new wounds.
It would clean them.
I mean, it would
that's-
keep them clean. It would sting like hell.
Depends. Dawn isn't really that bad on wounds.
And I can imagine we have a fancy enough facility that we have fancy anti-sting soap.
Oh yeah, like a nice topical.
Yeah.
Is that
spray thingy.
sudsy enough? Because we would want like maximum sudsy Slippy Boy
Why not both?
time.
I mean, yeah, Dawn is perfect for that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like we just get like several bottles of dish soap, haul out the.
Uh-huh.
That's probably what you see us doing.
That's us trying to get
Is
your
us
break
carrying
too.
the plastic and the kiddie pool and several bottles of dish soap out onto the field for the kids for a slip and slide.
Okay.
Yeah.
That way Birdie can have a break.
Yeah.
Birdie is sees all the slip and slide supplies and scoots away from the slip and slide and starts eyeing it suspiciously.
Well, you're dealing with the children.
Yeah, that too.
You're playing with the kids.
Yeah,
You're keeping
she's-
them entertained while we set everything up.
Yep.
Yes. And then we do slip and slide time.
Yep.
Slip and slide. Set the whole thing up, get it real nice and sudsy while it's raining. Invite all the children
Uh-huh.
to come on over.
When you guys are getting the children invited over, Birdie would go and children, slip and slide, slippery. And goes and gets first aid kits and brings them out.
Oh. Just in case.
Just in case. And holds one or holds a couple out to Luca and starts passing them out to each of the everybody, and then is standing there almost awkwardly with her huge raincoat by the the ending of the slip and slide, and is just standing there like this.
You can hang out in the pavilion, Birdie. This whole thing is we can take over for a little bit. You can go hang out where
More
it's
eyes
high.
on the children is a good idea with this activity.
Yeah, but
I would presume that we would have set it up close enough that people
Yeah.
can also be in the pavilion
yeah,
and
we-
walk in
like
and
some
out.
of the kids probably don't want to do slip and slide.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Go hang out with the kids under the pavilion that don't want to slip and slide.
Like,
Watch
I
those
will
ones.
probably be
Yeah.
standing in the pavilion because
Yeah.
I do not want to get all of this wet.
Ah,
Oh,
yes. Okay. She marches off to go do that.
Get some rest, Birdie. Luca, I never rest.
As he walks by, Oakley's gonna go, I hope that the smell will stay by the lake even in this rain.
I'm back. I gotta go to the ropes course.
No, Fred, you should stay with
I go
us.
piss on.
Nope, you're
Oakley
staying right
stuff.
here. You're
Birdie
staying right
scruffs-
here, buddy.
That
Joe,
affects
and
the
just
children most.
holds him up
That
and
affects the
goes like
children
this.
most.
Okay, and I shoved them in the lake.
Sure do. I thought that we agreed at the start of this that the kids were like all of our high priorities and that was how you two bonded. What
We did
happened?
decide that, yeah.
They're still high priority. I don't let them die.
You just want to teach them how to swim in the what are those old westerns? That is it John Wayne?
Yeah.
John Wayne that just you don't know how to swim? Just throws him in. Figure it out.
And it's like, I can't swim either.
Wander.
What?
He has so many needs.
Did you do a rumble? Did you rumble?
Now it is 11:45.
Yes.
I don't know if there's anything else you guys want to do, but this seems like a good time to invite the Lindworm.
Yes,
could
it
invite the
does.
I would like to invite the Lindworm. I would like to
Take a token.
Yeah,
get a
I would
token.
like to be the Lindworm.
Ooh, okay.
Tell me
Okay.
what I must do.
So you are going to pull 3 cards.
3 cards.
I will give you the
Instructions.
little
I'm
guy.
gonna go this way so that we can hand off this.
Yes. So here are the different ones. You won't have to worry about spades because spades are not in the deck right now. So it's hearts, diamonds, clubs.
Okay.
That's also the the severity. So it's least severe is hearts. Next is diamonds, then clubs as far as severity of what happens.
I'm going to take off glasses and close eyes.
And then, so you'll pull 3 cards, look them all over, decide,
Okay.
whichever one feels correct to place it, and then place it wherever. You can place it in front of somebody, on a thing, you can grab a camper card, whatever you want.
Okay. Now, do I read these to see what they say beforehand, or do I pick at random?
You can do whichever one you want. I usually read them first,
Okay.
to give myself an idea.
Yeah?
Okay, that would be very severe.
Oh. I don't know if I like that. You making lindworm sounds? Is this
I'll like
The Lindworm's gonna come up underneath the slip and slide, just start slurping kids in.
Oh no!
Like noodles.
Like
No!
Like little bobas at the bottom of a tea.
No! They are like little bobas. And the slip and slide is the straw.
No!
Oh, that's evil.
I hate that.
I'm gonna make that a D&D monster now.
No.
A lin-
No.
A creature that slurps.
A giant that just like puts a bunch of kids at the bottom of a pit and then just sticks a straw down there, goes and sucks one up through a straw.
No.
Yes.
No.
Yep. It's
Nope.
happening.
No. Hate it.
Too bad. I'm gonna bite you.
Okay. Where is
Do I shuffle these back into the deck?
Nope. I'll take those. I have a little discard pile. We'll shuffle them back in once we put the
Spades in.
spades back in.
Okay.
Shinks.
Oh, another card.
A jack of diamonds.
The entrance. Okay. What does the Jack of Diamonds say?
The Jack of Diamonds says, fire, sudden brightness, fear amongst the campers.
Oh no. A fire at the entrance?
In this rain.
How?
That means
Why?
it has to be something.
Like lightning.
Oh, lightning. We haven't had any lightning yet through this rainstorm.
Like it's just like one lightning strike that hits
One bolt.
the entrance and sets it ablaze.
One of the options was a camper's found dead.
Yep. I also had one of those.
I was like, that seems quite severe for the pace we're setting. Because it feels kind of like we're planning on waiting for Jake.
Yeah.
For it to get real serious.
Uh-huh.
No, I want to get serious now. There was a camper there.
No.
Well, would this cause a problem with us leaving? What kind of entrance is this?
Yeah. Well, I don't know.
That is a good question.
Maybe it was a tree. It struck a tree and the tree fell and now the tree is on fire.
A big tree.
And now the tree is in the middle of the road.
It
Yeah.
is so on fire somehow.
So on fire.
So on
very
fire.
on fire, despite the rain.
It shows no signs of stopping.
No. Horrible.
I mean, yeah, that happened.
But somehow not spreading.
Yeah.
It could be. Who knows?
Well, the moment Luca sees that there is a fire,
Uh-huh.
he will start yelling to get the campers and everyone else corralled away from that.
It helps that we were all...
We were all technically in one guy, and will I will do I guess I'll take action leaving myself vulnerable, grab a fire extinguisher, and just sprint that way towards the fire.
What are you going to do with the fire?
Fire extinguisher. I know it's raining, but this is all... Luca's very tired and very stressed. This is the only thing he can think to do.
Birdie would be guarding the children that they have corralled into the pavilion to keep them in one place.
Yep.
Well, I guess I'm gonna chase after Luca.
We share kind of a look.
Like, I will grab
What is he doing?
a second fire extinguisher and chase after Luca.
I was hoping for something else, and I don't know why I'm surprised. I'm going to set to work making a warm meal.
Good plan.
Because that's not gonna work. You got him pretty well handled.
Yep.
You guys are gonna be probably cold, wet, tired by the time you realize that's not gonna
I'm
work.
already cold, wet, and tired. So it's not too much of a change of state for Luca. And he will try to extinguish the fire, which doesn't work.
No, but what we can do is we can make a border around where the fire is with this stuff, because the powder that comes out of these when it meets water turns into a paste that does not burn.
Oh. Smart.
We can make a little border around the fire.
Yeah, we're just like digging a trench.
You know, you need to do that. Just spray it straight at the ground.
Oh.
It'll make like a
A nice thick little glob of
paste.
paste. Just put it at least like kind of around the perimeter. Keep the fire contained. Not that it looks like it's spreading at all, but
It's weird.
on the off chance.
Has
go.
this happened before?
It's gonna look like a
don't-
salt circle.
Not that we can remember, I don't
Okay.
think. It definitely, if it's gonna just stay burning,
Then no.
then that's stressful. That's a thing that we're gonna have to contend with,
At some point.
and is going to distress the campers for a prolonged period. Woof.
Bertha
What
has
about that or the bunks?
God.
Bertha has gone into
Luca would just jump in the lake.
the bunks and has grabbed many towels and has like stuffed them in her raincoat so they don't get wet, and has trudged them out to the campers to get them all like dried off. And then once all the campers have towels and are getting dried off, she trudges back into the bunks and like just starts pulling out very fuzzy thick blankets and again stuffs them under her coat and comes back out. It is just like burritoing all of the campers to keep them warm and cozy so they don't get sick.
Very sweet.
Yeah, she was just like, it is okay. It is okay. Like almost like weighted blankets, you know, because
God,
fancy
just
camp. And it's just
swaddle
like
them.
swaddling the teenagers who are like probably like,
We're like,
Birdie, no,
They're
you
like,
don't.
it's July, Birdie.
Birdie, it's warm out. What are you doing?
But she was like just trying to keep them from panicking because there's fire.
God. They're all probably so stressed.
But she's doing her best to not let them be stressed.
Since most of the food comes in packs, it doesn't take long to get things together
Yeah.
and start pulling people in to have lunch.
Nice little lunch.
Well, Luca, this fire is not going out.
Nope.
We've done the best we can to make sure it doesn't spread. Yeah, we should probably head back. Let the rain take its course.
Hopefully the rain puts it out
Which should be stopping soon.
Soon.
soonish. Yeah.
Maybe shortly after lunch, the rain peters off. Or it just like stops.
It doesn't just stop.
It doesn't peter off. It just stops.
Yeah, just like
Awful.
done. And then it's sunny again.
Luca's like, I want to die.
Luca comes back and all of the campers are swaddled.
God.
Is it still on fire?
Yes.
We made a barrier. So hopefully it doesn't spread. It didn't look like it was spreading anyway, which is weird, but
Downside, that tree was fucking massive.
yeah.
Ain't nobody getting in and out through that with a vehicle.
We should probably find a way to fix that.
I don't know if there's anything we can do.
I am going to spend a token to do a strong move.
Okay.
And it is perform a feat of mythical physical ability. And Birdie just goes out and just like lifts
This
the
is
on fire!
This is like a flaming red one.
Yeah. It's a feat of mythical physical ability.
You're gonna get burned.
Yes, you will.
Does not seem to efface her.
Okay.
It's a feat of mythical physical
That doesn't mean that you don't get hurt.
Okay, then I won't do that.
It's still on fire.
It's on fire! I worry for you!
Maybe wait till it stops being on fire.
Yeah, okay, we'll do that. Well,
If it goes out, if
Yeah.
it goes, you start trudging towards it, and Luca's like, go ahead!
she stops and goes, right, fire, and like comes back into the pavilion.
I mean, Oakley, do you have a chainsaw out there?
Why?
We do not need the tree to be in smaller pieces on fire. No.
They pay the other people to come and do that.
You don't do any sort of, like,
I mark what needs to be
Jay
cut.
just redeems hydrate.
And he kind of gestures at himself and he's like, do I look like somebody that understands how to use a chainsaw?
I mean, even I know how to use a chainsaw.
So how long does the tree burn?
We don't know yet.
Is that... He's just going to kind of ignore Joe. This is obviously a lumberman's thing.
lumberman.
Bertha is holding a towel and just keeps looking down at it, and then looking at Joe, and then looking down at the towel, and then
You
looking
touch me
at
with
Joe.
that towel, I'm gonna dunk you in the lake.
You should pat yourself dry, friend.
This is
I am
his
perfectly
natural
fine.
state. It's,
I am constantly damp.
this is their natural state. This is how
Oh.
they're comfortable.
I see. Hands the towel to Luca.
Thank you, Birdie.
I'm going to posit that between the rain and the fire, while we were doing things in the pavilion area, that the pavilion and entrance might be linked.
Oh yeah. Good plan.
absolutely.
Just because those were two very... I should have grabbed the floss while I was up. I didn't.
Well, it is fine.
We'll just note what goes to what.
Mm-hmm.
Though bunks to entrance might also be a valid line if there's no exit now.
We've said many times that, like, we made sure that the bunks were in a straight line from the
Yeah.
exit, so.
Yeah. And that if now it's not presently an option, might not end up being an option since there's not really a runaway option in this game, but
Yeah. Run away.
But yeah, if at some point we need to, I have a fireman's coat and we can just get a chainsaw and I'll go out there and chop it up.
Birdie has grabbed another blanket and is trudging over to Luca and just gently puts it on him and just pats gently and then goes back to, like, being Birdie.
Thank you, Birdie.
It is just now standing guard.
Luca's furiously writing in his little notebook.
did you get your name tag, Joe?
Oh, that's
Name
right.
tag?
That's right. We can't remember any of these people's names, so I made name tags because one of them got fussy with me. I can't see his name tag.
Birdie looks down at Tony's name tag and goes, "Ah, I see," and then goes and grabs a towel for Tony and
One
then
of them got fussy while Tony's in earshot.
Yep.
and burritos Tony and then pats him on the head and then goes back to standing guard.
Tony fussy. I've been here for 4 years.
Listen, Tony. Having a rough day.
We are under lots of stress, friend.
Glenn's gotta read the name tag. Tony.
Lots of stress.
It's been a rough time. I've had a rough day.
Did you spell my name right?
Oh,
Yeah.
this is
Okay.
Tony?
That's Tony.
Who the hell is Tony?
That one.
That
See? Name tag. Tony. That's why name tags.
You seem quite young.
Tony does?
how long has he been here?
Tony's like freaking out.
Tony said 4 years.
There you go.
Sure,
Not
if
long
you
enough.
say so.
Not long enough.
I think that's under the line, right? Isn't it normally like
How long has it been since we've had a bad year?
couple years? It wasn't last year. Last year wasn't the bad year.
4.5 years. 5 years.
So, it makes sense. Okay.
Ish.
You'll get there.
It was somewhere between 3 and
Tony.
8 years.
Yes.
It was somewhere in that range.
You'll get there, Tony. Don't worry about it.
Yeah,
Maybe.
maybe.
What is
Luca just puts his head down. Says, maybe. Good night.
I feel
So,
like Tony might end up like going away with some of the junior counselors.
Yeah, that might happen.
So yeah. Fire.
Now we have a fire at the entrance. The campers are stressed. Luca's stressed.
And then it just stops raining. How stressed are you now?
How do you feel about fishing a body out of a lake?
Wouldn't be the. Yeah, I could do that.
Dope. That's about where I'm at.
What's up, Oakley?
you know how he always looks like he's about to bolt?
That's it.
That has intensified.
Right.
And he's like doing, like, you know, the walleye look.
Leaning gently away, trying to decide if now is the time to go. Yeah, it's about where I'm at.
Okay.
On the upside, we can take the kids elsewhere. Might be a good time to take them to the lake so they're away from the fire in case it's
Yes,
Reds.
good idea.
Yeah, sure, we could go to the lake. What's the worst that could happen?
Joe.
Yeah.
Joe.
Yeah.
Hey.
Yeah.
Hey, listen, Joe.
Uh-huh.
Grabs you by the front of your underarm and pulls you very close and goes, "Do not say that shit to me right now."
Bernie not
Lets
really,
you go.
Bernie not really comprehending that that is what Luca is telling Joe, just like covers some camper's eyes. And that's when you turn back and Bernie has just like covered.
Did you think I was gonna kiss him?
I never know when it comes to the both of you.
Wouldn't be the first time you've been
Yeah, you know what, that's
angry.
fair.
Yeah.
There was that one year that you got very angry, and next thing I know, you were making out.
Yeah, that did happen, didn't it?
Yeah, so, you know.
It's kind of hot.
Thanks.
Yeah.
I cannot imagine that the campers are not just absolutely.
So many of them probably have like bright red faces.
And like older teenagers. Like,
And, like,
Yeah, they're
snickering.
living
They're
for
like,
the drama.
oh yeah, get it, Joe. Get
God.
it, Counselor Luca.
Jesus.
Like, you know exactly.
Uh-huh.
Yes.
Some of them aren't sure whether to encourage or not.
Yeah,
Because
exactly.
no one is still no one is sure whether Joe is a guy or a girl, so they're like, do we make fun of them for being gay or not?
I don't understand. No.
Which is how they settle on to get it.
You're like, well,
You
Get it.
guys have fun at the lake.
yeah, get yeah.
She would start gathering
Take
up
'em.
the towels and the blankets again.
All right, Richard, come on. It's time for your daily swimming lesson. Puts an arm around Richard and starts guiding the kids
Well,
towards the lake.
Actually-
hang on.
Yeah, what's
Oakley,
up?
like, appears in front of, like, you know, the... Excuse me, actually.
Yeah?
Richard had volunteered to help pick up the gear during the rainstorm, so I'm going to need to borrow him.
Polly!
Bertie, did you want to join us?
I am not allowed in the woods. I'm going to...
Unsupervised, you are not allowed in the woods.
Let me put away the towels and the blankets, and she's just got a huge mess and you
Right.
can't even see her face. And she just, like, hauls them
Oh
inside.
my god, we realize how the camp gets cleaned.
Oh, it's just Bernie.
When Birdie goes into sleep mode, she just cleans.
Yeah, we're just holding up that she just is an android or a robot.
God.
She never confirms nor denies, or, like, just flat out denies. She doesn't understand.
If she is, she doesn't know.
Yeah.
Yep. God. Hoo boy.
Idea.
Which that seems like probably a spot. You guys heading to the lake with the campers and us plus the one camper that doesn't want to get waterboarded.
I'm not waterboard. I didn't even give him a chance to take a breath before I chuck him.
Okay, Ryder.
What?
You can't.
You're killing me, man.
You can't.
I can't. A time for what? Are we inviting the Lindorf again?
Well, it's
Or are we ending?
it's 10 after 11.
True.
And you have to drive home.
I
so.
do have to drive home still.
Alright, yeah, let's call it.
Yep.
Dope.
Throw Richard's card toward the ropes course. Did we make a card for the ropes course yet?
No,
No.
Whoops.
Whoops.
that didn't work.
Here,
quite as
I'll
planned.
do
really
a ropes course and hand it to...
Fucking Richard. He's gonna learn how to swim.
Ow. Ow. Ow.
Stop!
I have to. They hurt.
Can't believe we didn't make a ropes course.
We decided
We
where
even
the
went there.
we decided where the woods was, and then we're like, that's
It's
fine.
somewhere
That's
there.
enough.
The entire woods is the rope course.
This is good enough.
Yeah.
We'll put it right about there. And then when we get up, I will.
Pin it or place it where it needs to go.
Hooray!
Yay!
Ugh.
I want the lindworm to act again.
Is that how we want to end?
I want to fight it.
Do you
Well,
want the
that's
lindworm
at the
to
end.
act again?
Invite the lindworm then. That can be how we end.
Yeah.
Do you want to do
'Cause
the
I-
lindworm again, or do you want me to do it?
Sure, I will do again.
Hand these over, please.
Thank you.
Luca probably stays behind to take care of some general
Things.
stuff.
If he goes into the bungs to like see where Bertha has put the wet things, they are all clean. I'm going to lean into that she just cleans because it's funny.
Oh my god, she put a maid outfit on.
No.
Just with the massive thighs out underneath.
No.
She
Joe will
wants.
probably take the kids to the lake and then get one of those giant inflatable,
Blobs.
the blobs.
God.
Oh my god! Birdie doesn't have to go in the lake, but she can jump on the end of the blob to launch the kids into the lake.
Okay, knocked. Oh, diamonds on the lake.
Diamonds on the lake. What does the diamonds mean? Is that a 6? 6 of
Yeah.
diamonds?
Uncanny. Alien sensations. Floating bones. Here you go, you two.
I'm so happy that Luca isn't there because he would drown himself.
Here you go.
Well, you
In
know,
case you want to look at it.
you know
Give
the
that to you.
oh, I know exactly what I want to happen too.
What happens?
Joe is gonna throw one of the kids in, and then the kid is gonna have something like grab its ankle, and when Joe leaps in to like pull the kid out, a skeleton comes out, like grasps, like holding onto the kid's ankle.
Is it only a skeleton, or are there more bones?
Once the skeleton comes up, like bones just start surfacing across the lake,
Good
like
God.
dozens.
Good God. Thank God Luca is not there. I'm so happy that I decided last minute that actually I think Luca stays behind. He's very stressed. He needs a minute.
Luca's gonna take a break.
Luca's gonna take a little break.
Not gonna have a break for long.
Nope.
Bertha has left.
Cause
I mean, it could
who's the
happen
first
in a
person that
half
Joe's gonna yell for?
Luca. Gets on the walkie-talkie. Luca, get the fuck over here right now.
hour. Luca's like, ah, yes, my tea.
Bertha has like
He's just sat down. He has his tea. He's like
Like, just settled. Like,
literally just settled. Has not even taken a sip of his tea yet. And then suddenly his walkie-talkie is just.
But there's like no panic there. It's just like, hey Luca, yeah, can you come down to the lake for a second?
Are these one of the walkies that everybody can hear when somebody talks on it?
I imagine we probably have earpieces.
Yeah,
We
but is
probably
it one like, if
Yeah.
you're talking, we can all hear you?
Yeah.
Okay.
Like a comm device. God damn it.
That
Guess
seems
I
like
won't
a
be
fun
going in the
place to
lake
start.
anymore.
Huh?
That seems like a fun place to start.
Yeah. Yeah, that'll be good for next time.
Boo.
Bones
Is
in the
that the
lake.
reason why you're actually wet? One of those bones is yours.
Oh God. Ah! Ah!
I don't actually have any bones. The lake took them.
The lake took them all. You're just.
It's like a waterbed, but the ones with the tubes.
deeply cursed. Ugh.
Ooh, the Richies are alive.
The Richies are alive. All right. Well, thank you guys for joining us for Sleepaway. Next week, Jake will be back, so we will find out if he's going to take a breather and we're going to keep playing without him, or if he's going to join us.
Mm-hmm.
Not sure kind of what the vibe will be. I know that he and Katie have been busy this weekend and last weekend.
Might need
So-
a little break.
We will kind of feel it out. Sorry for kind of going slow right now to buy time to see what's going on.
We're gonna raid the Richies. Can I get my phone from over
Illegal.
there? Don't worry about breaking it. I broke it my third day having it.
Oh no!
Sure did.
Oh,
Same day.
terrible.
I dropped mine from shoulder height, flat on its face.
It
Doesn't
was
hurt.
fine?
Yeah.
I dropped mine from like this far from the ground. Shattered the screen.
Oh no. Evil. That's why I have this crazy case on mine, because I would absolutely do something like that.
We
throw
didn't
my
have
phone
our
over
cases
this.
yet.
God, it's the first thing I bought. Luckily, I don't handle my phone all that often, but when I do handle it, it gets flung on accident constantly.
This is not the first phone I've had that's broken like that.
Just absurd.
Didn't you like half disintegrate one of your phones by it just falling?
My dad
Yeah,
kept
Like
his
that
phone.
corner?
Yeah, so I dropped it on the carpet at work when I was working at the Rad. And I dropped it on the carpet, and then the entire phone, just the screen shattered all the way across, it shut off, and it never came back on.
Jesus. Absurd.
And then I've had one where I was working underneath a vehicle, I was laid on my back. So I was on my back, it fell out of my pants pocket to the ground and destroyed the phone.
Bad luck. Bad luck with phones.
Only person in our household that has a protection plan.
God.
I have to have it.
Yeah.
I have two modes. I either break my phones instantly or they last an ungodly number of years.
Ridiculous.
Because I still have the one that I had down in Texas. I ran it over with a semi and it still works.
What the fuck? That's absurd. My
But
dad-
anyways, we're going to go raid
Yeah.
our friends R.L. Richie.
Charged my phone for the first time in 2 months the other night. My family would freak out if I didn't charge my phone. I get a good morning and a good night text from my grandpa every day. And we have a rule that we must check in weekly.
Aw. Very soft, wholesome. My dad cooked his phone in the oven once, on accident.
I clicked on the wrong chat and just tried to use a command in the Richie's chat. So they're probably going to see that command pop up on their stream and go, why is Nerdalopedia trying to force us to raid someone else? So go have fun. Bye!
Bye!